I'm Pop. I love movies. I laugh. I cry. I enjoy every bit of a film as much as I can to a certain point, but I'm optimistic about finding the awesome things that stand out. Unlike my friend here,
I'm Flix, and I love to critique the crap out of movies. I love movies to death, but with all the crap that Hollywood is putting in our movies nowadays, someone needs to take a stand.
we are POP-FLIX.
I am Pop. And I'm Flix, and we are here today to bring you the sequel you were all waiting for, the second episode of POP-FLIX.
Which is very true because everyone's like, is there a schedule for this?
We're trying to make one right now. We see how things work out. But no, today we're bringing you episode 2, Spider-Man 2, or as I like to call it, Face Screaming the Movie.
Well, that's Sam Raimi.
Yeah, that's not an excuse though. So we're going to be watching the theatrical version as opposed to the extended version. Kind of on group choice. Superman 2, we decided to watch the Richard Donner cut as our original. But with this one, we both just kind of believe that the theatrical version is really superior.
Yes, I love this movie more than anything. It is by far in my top 5 superhero movies of all time.
I mean, I wouldn't rate it as the lowest one ever, but
Well,
I'm sure someday we'll get to that.
yes, but we already did the introductions last show. You know how we met. You know our origins. Are you ready to begin, Flix?
Let us go.
And we pushed play. So if you're gonna listen along, we're watching it on the Blu-ray.
Yes, we are. And this is rated PG-13, so all you little fuckers out there that aren't old enough should probably not watch.
Yeah, please, because you don't know what you're talking about. What you're watching. This guy's hitting the mic. See how you are.
You put your mic stand on top of the controller's cable.
Hey, I'm a professional.
Mm-hmm. There is no fourth wall.
Attention. Warning.
Yeah. Oh, God, how many of these are before every movie now? Or even after? Like, some movies have, 30 exit, attention, don't copyright this, or this movie is copyrighted, don't copy it.
Or following the blah, 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 blah. You know, I was like, stop it. Just get to the damn movie.
Yeah.
Alright.
We have Miss Columbia, I believe it is. Or is it TriStar? That's Columbia.
Columbia. All right. The infamous Marvel logo starting. And I think this is where it all began, huh?
I believe so. Well, I don't know. I don't exactly remember this year this movie came out, but it was definitely preceded the ones that are in the modern day ones.
Yeah. And I've always loved the intro of this movie just because it's kind of like Superman 2, where they gotta catch you up with what's going on in this movie.
Yeah, but the difference between that movie and this movie is that Spider-Man 2 takes panels.
Yeah.
And
but nice painted. Someone took their time and made some art.
Yeah, but nonetheless, if you take all of the time that was in the Superman opening credits and the Superman opening scene before they get to the credits, what these people did was combine them together. They didn't make it take 30 freaking minutes to get into a movie. They give you Tobey Maguire's ads, and that's all you need to know.
Well, you got to think, too, this was done in the 2000s, and you still won't let that go. I'm telling you, these movies were popping out like crazy at that time. Even in this time, I understand that, because this was fairly new. They had, because what is it, 2-3 years in between each Spider-Man movie?
Something like that. But, I mean, and it's not necessarily even the studio's fault. As far as it goes, Sam Raimi did a good job with the time he was given. But that doesn't make this movie a cult classic out of that.
I wouldn't say it's a cult classic. I would say it's a classic. And Danny Elfman does the music for this too, which is pretty cool because that man has been synonymous with lots of superhero movies, including Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I mean, this movie does give you... It kind of treats you like an adult, where it just shows you these panels and doesn't feel like it needs to explain things right away.
Hey, Kevin Feige.
Yeah, Kevin Feige was a part of this before
the big MCU.
Mm-hmm. Spider-Man's face, they're like, I just got caught.
Well, your dad tripped.
Gotta be careful about those pencils, man.
Yeah, man.
You don't run with scissors and pencils at the same time and live to talk about it.
Fell into it just 10 times, and I kept on telling him stop.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, one of my favorite movies in one, when he's like, no, I have to just walk away from you and understand my sacrifice.
Yeah.
And be Spider-Man.
But that's so stupid, though. Because at that point in time, he has no more enemies. He's like, well, Spider-Man will always have enemies. And you're like, no. No, he doesn't. You just let your own enemy kill himself. You might have thugs, but who's going to figure out who you are? And even if they are, who's going to try to attack Mary Jane?
You're not going to be as bad as Batman in Justice League by letting one of those thugs go. So I think you'll be okay, Peter.
Exactly. Also, great thing to show at the beginning, distracted driving.
Yes. Stop! You're always late, Peter. God. My wife hates me watching this movie with her because I'm always quoting it.
Yeah.
She's like, stop.
So this is one of various times where there will be something that kind of connects him to Spider-Man that he just, for the audience, puts back in his pocket, but in real life, you'd be like, dude, you're Spider-Man. You just put something in your pocket away that looks like Spider-Man's.
Well,
like,
yeah. Yeah.
And I also like how he lives by the moniker of with great power comes great responsibility. So he doesn't just frivolously use his powers. But, pizzas are going to be late. Better become Spider-Man to take these pizzas to some people.
Hey, he has to save his job. Like, the guy tells him, go, Peter, I'm going to fire you if you don't get those pizzas there in 30 minutes because I'm all about a guarantee. He even tells, even in the scene, you see him rushing for his job. Yeah. He's struggling.
Yeah, but why? He's Spider-Man. It's like Superman struggling to get a job or something like that. He might not be the most well-known person in the world, but if he sold his merchandising rights, he could be so rich.
Yeah,
like this is that's not.
But that goes to great power comes with great responsibility.
What's irresponsible about selling the rights to your image? It's not like you're doing evil things.
Well, to him it is. It's Spider-Man. He's for New York. He isn't for corporate America.
Yeah, but Spider-Man just stole that dude's pizzas.
Well, homie calls him out on it, but but right here, okay, using his powers because he understands, like, okay, well, I need to keep this job because I need to stay in school. I need to make sure that money comes in. I need to make sure I pay rent. But the one thing I don't understand is why didn't he just stay with Aunt May?
Yeah.
If he was struggling, so there is that point. But he's trying to make it as a man. Would you agree with that or no?
I think the problem is that he could do so many other things, especially because he's a photographer. Like, he's not even going to school for photography, but he is. Stupid guy tries to take a pizza out of the box.
Yeah. Then he and he goes, "Where's it at?"
From half a building away. But nonetheless, you also have to realize that if he had actually delivered those pizzas on time, there'd be 2 more dead kids in New York. Like, him being responsible would have ended those people's lives.
Hey, he just saved those kids, though, in honor of, like, okay, hey, I gotta keep my job, but I understand I'm Spider-Man for New York. And those kids, when they're like, hey, thank you, Spider-Man, he's like, aw, that makes my day. And this is by far my favorite because Tobey Maguire sells it so well.
But did he come in through the roof into that room, or did he walk into that room as Spider-Man and then change?
You didn't see the window?
There's no window in the room.
Yeah, there was.
No, there's not.
You just didn't see it. It's called movie magic.
I also like how, she's just the snottiest little bitch.
Right?
Where, she's just like, you're 4 minutes late, I'm not going to pay for these pizzas.
I've always wondered for this scene, though, was these pizzas for her exactly, or was the pizzas for a party that she has to take these pizzas to?
I mean, she looks like she's just a secretary, honestly.
Yeah, that was always my confusion. She's like, I am not paying for those. And I'm like, wait a minute. All right, you just come off as a secretary right now.
So here's the other thing, too, about him needing this job and all that stuff. He loses his job, and it doesn't affect the rest of the movie.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
It affects his powers. He's failing in life. Come on.
Yeah, it's one of those let's all shit on Spider-Man because he has such a hard life.
He does.
He just has these amazing powers and chooses not to use them. Like,
I like this continuation, though. You're fired. Old
Yeah.
people in the park, boring. J.
But-
Jonah Jameson's amazing.
Yeah, what is that? J.K. Simmons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he was made for these psychotic roles, and they just make him look perfect. Like as far as characters that are comic book accurate, especially in these movies, I think the only one that Sam Raimi like nailed on the head was J.K. Simmons.
Yeah. I like that joke. Your wife lost a checkbook. Thanks for the good news. Click.
No. So here's another little tidbit throughout this movie, but just right here you see the beginning of it. Everybody knows who Spider-Man is, except for Mary Jane, J. Jonah Jameson, and then later Doc Ock and Harry.
Wait, who in the scene knows who Spider-Man is?
That guy.
It's assumed. It isn't like,
Like,
he knows. He's just like,
He always
Peter.
gives Peter. He always gives Peter that look where he's just like,
Maybe he likes him.
yeah, no. It's
Yeah.
always when Spider-Man comes up, he looks at the kid.
Well, it's an assume he does. I don't think she does. She doesn't know he's Spider-Man.
Do you know she doesn't know?
Yeah, I know.
No, she does.
Yeah,
You
I
don't know
talked
she
to her
doesn't
the
know.
other day. God,
No.
just let it go.
I think that everybody in this world just lets him go on being Spider-Man to see how long it will go. Because think about it. If the villains knew his identity at this point in time, what would they do? They'd capture Aunt May and probably kill her. Then what would happen? You'd have a
Well-
Spider-Man constantly on the go.
Well,
never
Aunt May
needing
was
to work.
caught in the first one, and he was just like, pray. Remember?
Yeah. No, he just went like out of his way to destroy Norman Osborn.
And Doc Ock.
That's
Not
even
Doc Ock,
Ock.
Lizard.
This is the Lizard, yeah.
Which is why I never understood why they never utilize him.
I don't know.
Like,
They give lots of little Easter eggs towards other things, like, but with him calling him by the name that the first Amazing Spider-Man would use as the villain, like that's just the funniest thing.
Well, I like his connection too. When he's like, "Hey, I know Doc Ock.
Yeah, yeah.
I know him
Yeah.
because your
He-
papers do."
It's a big web of coincidence too, though, where he's just like he's an old friend of mine.
Wow,
What?
that bug in your face. I was
Yeah,
like,
there's a little gnat flying around us right now.
he wants to watch the movie too.
Yeah. I always something that always catches my attention too in the background in a lot of these scenes is extras where you just get like you always have that one extra who's not really overacting, but they're trying to act so handsome that they kind of take your eye away and you're like, "Oh, who is that?"
I would be that extra in the movie,
Yeah.
and I would be like, "Oh, there's a camera. There's a camera. Happy birthday!"
See, and I don't know what he's doing besides being Spider-Man that would make him forget his own birthday. I know he's got two
He's
jobs
got work,
and
he's got school, he's got to be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He's a pretty busy man.
But let's be honest.
Okay,
Some people have two jobs. They don't go, "Oh my gosh, suddenly my birthday popped up and I forgot that day of."
Spider-Man, because he sacrifices so much for us. That's why he forgot his birthday. Oh, I can get lost in those eyes. Tobey Maguire. And his too, Franco's.
Franco like instantly. I don't know if there's a scene in this movie that doesn't have him talking about Spider-Man to Peter, but like you just saw it right there. The moment he says Spider-Man, his eyes just like his voice even too just kind of drops.
Oh, he becomes an asshole.
Yeah.
Like a major asshole because he's just like, Spider-Man.
Yeah. And how many years are supposed to have passed since high school for them at this point in time?
I think it's like 2, maybe 3 years.
I'm feeling 2. Like 2 years? I don't know if they ever actually say.
Well, that's the problem. Like with the first one, like with these movies, they cast like 20-year-old actors.
Mm-hmm. No, and that is the problem with a lot of things, except for like Spider-Man: Homecoming, you get a lot of younger looking, but like even for the Amazing Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone, they look about as old as these guys do at this point in time.
Yeah.
So, you can't blame them for trying to be faithful, so to speak. But
He's like, tell me who Spider-Man is. I know you know because you take pictures of him.
well, and I don't know. That's a conflict of thing where it's I know why Peter doesn't tell him. I know that it's don't tell Harry, yada yada yada, but
No.
honestly, what does he owe Norman Osborn? Like,
Nothing.
He
He helped the dude get through school.
He didn't even help him do that. Remember, Harry was very intelligent. He didn't need help getting into school. The only thing he ever helped them with that you really find out about is that apartment they got. You know, when they graduate,
he tells his dad, he's like, if I wasn't for Peter, I wouldn't have got through school.
Well, no, but I'm talking about what does Peter owe Norman Osborn?
Oh, a lot.
What does he? No, he does not.
He made him a popular kid.
Sure.
He gave him money.
Mm-hmm.
So I think maybe there's more to it than we know. And maybe he's just like, hey, I need a loan.
So, to bash on Justice League a little, this situation that Aunt May is going through when she's talking about being in financial struggling position
Is much more real than
Martha. Where she's just like, she literally uses a colloquialism where she's just like, missed by a dime and then jumped like a cougar. And she's just like, she's trying to make things all right. And she's even trying to give her son birthday money here, or her nephew. Pretty much her son. She raised him. And then just this emotional part right here.
Yes, you can. Well, she's such a great actress,
Rosemary Harris is such a good actress.
Yeah, she is. And it's all seeing the foreclosure signs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. But, no. Oh, no. She just said it right there. She said it's been 2 years next month since he passed away.
Huh.
So that means that they were still in high school 2 years ago.
I want to look at the release date on that, too. To be like, if it was written like that on purpose. You know what I mean?
Well, but the thing is, okay, so the key problem I'm thinking I suddenly just have with this movie, Mary Jane Watson is a Broadway actress less than 2 years out of high school.
Yeah, because she had dreams and ambitions, and she went for it.
Yeah, and I mean, in a third movie, she's failing utterly, but it's still, in this movie, how does that happen? Like, normally, even if you were in high school, you would go to a performing college and then do that. But this is 2 years after high school. She's in Broadway.
She did not believe in that. She was just like, you know what, I'm going to kick the door down, and I'm going to go for it.
It's funny that the movie gives Mary Jane Watson more credit for acting than we ever would give Kirsten Dunst.
I don't know why, but I like her as Mary Jane. Wait a minute, I'm trying to think about it. Have we had another Mary Jane to this point?
Yeah, we have Zendaya as MJ.
Was MJ in... no, that was Gwen Stacy in Amazing Spider-Man, huh?
No, Zendaya. She's
not MJ.
She's MJ.
She's not MJ.
She is MJ.
She is not MJ. She is not MJ. No. That's stupid.
But we've literally only had one other series of movies then, which had...
This MJ, the real MJ.
Well, no, but I mean, then you have Gwen Stacy in the third movie, and then you have Gwen Stacy in The Amazing Spider-Man. But it's because, like, the reason you have Gwen Stacy in those movies, which if they made a third one, I'm sure they'd have a Mary Jane Watson. But the reason they, have her as that is so they could kill her.
Yeah, to get to Mary Jane.
Yeah, well...
Which I found stupid just because I thought I really liked Gwen Stacy in the Amazing Spider-Man movies. Mm-hmm. But that was just because they were actually dating in real life, and that was real chemistry.
Yeah, and you want to talk about fake chemistry, just watch the screen.
What? No, look at that. I don't understand why you're crapping on their acting. I think their acting is, like, far better than it was in the first one. And this is, like, surpassing that. And I feel the love between these two.
I mean...
But his tension is like, I'm Spider-Man. I can't do it. Dick down.
No, and then she... Okay, so she heavily flirts with him here, and then the moment after, she's like, cold water on your dick right here. I'm seeing someone. It's just like, okay. So remember that first movie when you thought I might be Spider-Man because of that kiss that we had both times?
Yeah, then
and now you're just like, oh, I'm fucking an astronaut now.
Yeah, well, hey, she had to put him in his place. She was just like, you could have had this, but you know what?
Mary Jane Watson's foolproof plan to get to the unreachable Peter Parker is step 1, kiss him. Step 2, tell him that you're with someone else. And step 3, hope to goodness he gets over his ED before the end of the movie.
I love the crappy apartment.
It's, I don't know, that's something like, his life is so shitty. Why is he not living in a better situation?
Rent.
And then the daughter in the background who
The
just
anorexic daughter.
sucks at everything.
Yeah. I love her in the third movie. Can you make me more cookies? Yeah. Oh,
The
snap.
20 that his grandma could barely afford to give him.
Grandma? Why do you keep calling her the grandma?
Because Rosemary Harris looks like she should be Tobey Maguire's grandma.
She's his aunt.
Tell me that I'm wrong though, especially with the direction. No, especially with the direction they go in Homecoming, where Aunt May's just like
Marissa Tomei.
Yeah, she's super young.
But you got to think that's the way Aunt May was always portrayed in comic books in the animated series. That she's this old woman, and I never understood it. Trust me, I have an aunt, and she doesn't look like a grandma.
But she definitely does.
Yeah, Marissa Tomei was a good choice.
Yeah. Well, no, Rosemary Harris wasn't a bad one. It's just she looks so old. It's hard to tell sometimes.
I love the picture of Mary Jane because it looks like just a snapshot of her in the first movie.
Yeah, it's the one that he took. Which, I mean, if she ever came over, if someone had a picture like that right next to their bed, I would assume it was masturbation fodder.
Well, of course. This is like before smartphones, and you could just whip it out and just do whatever you need to. In this day and age, you have to use imagination, kids.
Yeah. So he just used that when he needs to sling a little web on his own.
Automatically, we jump right in, and well, what's so weird about this right here? Remember how he's like, "Hey, I'll introduce you to Doc Ock's a friend," and this and that. Then automatically you have Harry, who's like, "Oh, here we go," and I'm like, "Wait a minute." So,
Wait, well, I mean, part of me wonders if the reason that Peter made that decision was, well, he's about to do something with Oscorp, and I know Harry, and he is shown
because they explained
to
it in
be,
the birthday scene.
Yeah. Well, but even before that, he made this decision. I'm wondering if he made it based on, well, Harry can get me to meet him, and Dr. Connors was friends with him through, like, history. I'm sure I can
right
check
here you
up.
mentioned this. He's like, Connors said you're a good kid. Just lazy.
Yeah. Well, if there's one reason to, or if there's one word to describe Spider-Man in this movie, it's lazy.
Well,
Like, they make him so smart in The Amazing Spider-Man. And
no,
in
they
this,
don't.
Yes, he makes his own web shooters.
That doesn't mean anything. He's just a crybaby, whiny millennial. Sorry.
Scratching the millennial part, pretty much Tobey Maguire.
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
Nope. This is my Peter Parker. Everybody needs to understand this. This is my Peter Parker. Not Andrew Garfield. No disrespect to Tom Holland because he did a good job, but he's today's Spider-Man.
I don't know. There was a thing that I discussed with you a long time ago. Is that Spider-Man can't cry. The range of acting that they have for these guys, for Andrew Garfield, for Tobey Maguire, and even to a degree Tom Holland, is when they have deeply emotional scenes, they don't emote right. Like, Tobey Maguire cries with such puffy lips that it makes him look like a bitch. And Andrew
I just
Garfield's
slightly
not much
disagree
better.
because if you go to the first movie when Uncle Ben dies, I believed it. Like that's I got sucked. I still get sucked in. I still cry when that scene comes on because I don't see anybody. Everybody has a beef with Tobey Maguire and is crying. I see it more in Spider-Man 3 because I feel like that movie was very phoned in for everybody. But I feel like with this movie, the acting was so up because this is such a great story, and you got these great actors in here with them, especially Doc Ock.
Yeah, Alfred Molina.
Yeah, you got this man in the room. You better show some chops.
Well, so with this scene right now where they're drinking tea, them talking about like the difference between like she's more literary and he's scientific, and you know the way to get her is through poetry. Let me tell you, listeners out there, not true. Not even remotely close to true.
Nope. Nope.
my my experiences in the matter are there's people that just don't like poetry in this world, and there's nothing wrong with it.
I hear he's looking at. I'm looking at those books too, and my wife's like, "Those are so boring." I'm like, "Yeah, Well, you know poetry. Like, she likes poetry. And she's...
You also know Peter Parker. If he's going to do something, it's going to be the boring version of it.
Oh, yeah. I love this. Why would you throw your clothes in there?
Yeah.
With the Spider-Man suit.
Like, I am not sure if this is supposed to show that he's inept or just
Comedy
wasn't paying
sake?
attention. Yeah, probably for comedy's sake. Because, you know, they bring this joke back in The Amazing Spider-Man. And she's like, last time you did your laundry, everything was purple. And he's like,
yeah.
I was watching the American flag. And
That-
you're just like,
That was painful because I was like, that sounds a little disrespectful in my mind. Like,
yeah.
just screw you, Andrew Garfield. I said it. Screw you.
So, he typically wears his Spider-Man thing under everything. Why not tonight? He's like, I'm choosing between Spider-Man and...
Oh, wait. No, he had it on.
No, he doesn't.
When he goes, he gets hit.
Yeah, and he's still in his normal clothes. And he's just well... and then he just books it from the guy.
Rent, where's my money?
And then the daughter walks up with him with his britches down. Almost
You
with
can
his
see,
dick
look,
out.
his little poof things open. She just saw his dick.
Yeah.
It just got awkward.
The importance of being earnest. And she's like the lead.
Yeah.
2 years out of high school. Not even 2 years out of high school. That does not happen. That is a bigger suspension of disbelief than a flying Spider-Man.
No, I believe it. Go for your dreams, kids. Be like Mary Jane in this movie. It took her 2 years. What's your excuse? Carnation. I like this part. He's like,
It's like, whoa.
oh, hey.
It's the Swindler of New York.
Yes.
You're like, oh,
$3, $5. Or was it $5? Or was that the...
something like that, but it was still way too expensive.
Yeah. And he just takes it, too. I like that little aspect. Like, I ain't
He's
gonna
just
fight
sitting on the
this.
bottom of his bike.
All right. Boom. Boom.
So also, the cops are leading into this chase and give no, like, heading, and there's cabs right beside them. Any other man would have died, and the cops just drove right by.
Yeah. Eat your veggies, kid.
My mom is always saying that. Oh my gosh. I don't know if that's like... I don't even know. That seems like so stupid.
I still love it though. It's so funny because he's just the kid's face. Like, that's what my mama always says.
And that is...
Boom. And okay, so I'm guessing we don't see him here, right?
I don't think so.
That's why I was kind of confused with the Spider-Man suit. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, and he's in a suit.
I thought, like,
right there. See,
that
told
scene,
you.
That scene looked like he was choosing between his suit or not.
He cannot choose between him and his suit. His suit goes everywhere. It was just showing that he's excited to go to Mary Jane's performance. Boom.
I'm wearing 2 suits tonight.
Yeah, 2.
Hopefully I get to take 3 off.
And boom. La la la, the bad guys are caught. I love how he gets in the car.
Also, this is a great showing of rookie acting where she looks into the audience and sees an empty seat and then completely loses her composure.
No, she's just excited. But Peter's not there. And she forgets her lines.
Yeah. But, oh, and here, you leave it, I'm towing it. Okay.
Alright, take it. Fuck. Look at it.
Like, the cop's just like, the fuck you say?
Here we go. The greatest man on earth. Mr. Bruce Campbell. Why,
No, I'm not.
What?
He's been in some good things, but it's one of those, I don't know why he's so highly regarded. Like, he did Evil Dead, which the first one
Sir,
is interesting.
it's Bruce Campbell. Bubba Hotep. Evil Dead. Sir, this man's a god. The chin alone. And he shakes his head. How dare you, sir? Show the man a little respect.
He's not showing Peter any respect.
That's exactly because he can be a dick. That's the point. That's why
He can also be a wrestling announcer.
He even gave him his name.
He can also be a hostess.
Yes, a French hostess. Oui, oui. Spider-Man.
So I feel like Spider-Man should walk up to there, break that violin, and just be like,
Copyright.
"Copyright, bitches!" Like he's even listening to it and be like, "What the fuck?"
He's like, I'm all for foreign people, but stop it! You're butchering that song.
Gosh.
That's why it always made me laugh. They did that song in the first movie, remember, in the little montage thing?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, where did they get this song from?
Yeah, no, it's just supposed to be like a little Easter egg for those who know what's going on.
Yeah.
But at the same right, it's just kind of a fuck you.
Right there, I remember the first time I ever saw this is when she kissed on the cheek. I was like, whoa, did Mary Jane say, like, no dick for me no more? Then it's like, nope.
Yeah, I'm dating someone. I didn't say it was a guy.
Yeah.
Is it serious with him? Who said it was a him?
Yeah.
Well, my spider sense just
right
went
here.
off.
See? The turmoils of being Spider-Man.
Yeah, I
car.
could either go cockblock the dude who's dating the girl I like, or go actually be Spider-Man.
Yeah, I know what she's doing.
Let's be honest.
Well,
though.
he doesn't really. Does he? Yeah, he does. But right here, it's the sacrifice, and she looks back, and he's gone, and he's just like, damn it. Once again, foiled by Spider-Man himself.
And then he runs like a little girl.
He did not run like a little girl.
Oh, maybe a preteen.
Ha 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 ha. As people can hear, you're a bit of a dick.
So there's something about to happen that I think is really actually kind of funny.
Oh,
So
when he loses his powers.
so he's just lost his powers, and
Boom.
the web wouldn't come out. Realize he had more problems shooting web than Andrew Garfield did in the entirety of the Amazing Spider-Man series, as far as like just going around the city. Andrew Garfield never really ran out of packets. It's just his web shooters were destroyed. Where with him, he just loses the will.
I really hate the fact you keep on trying to bring the Amazing Spider-Man movie into this, because that movie is...
That movie has
This is gold. That is shit.
No, that... it's just that movie fixes a lot of things that... That movie fixes a lot of things that were wrong in
breaks
this
a lot
movie.
of things that is wrong with everything that movie was, and we get great comedy like this. Spider-Man in an elevator.
Mm-hmm. Where he just meets a random stranger, and
I always forget his name. He's somebody. I know this guy is somebody.
I have no idea.
I don't remember who, but I know he's somebody because I remember when this movie came out. He was like, I was in Spider-Man.
Yeah, Daniel Craig said the same thing about Star Wars, but like nobody cared at first.
Oh, I cared. God.
Some people continue not to care, I guess I should say. No, it's one of those. So when he talks about having made this suit, I really do wonder how Peter had the technical where-how to make that. Like, not that I don't think he has.
He's a genius. Like, why don't you get that? He understands. This Spider-Man understood science more than the other Spider-Man.
Another thing to point out right here.
What?
There is no crease in his neck area whatsoever for the mask to come off. That mask is on there.
No.
Yes, if you look at
it blends so well together, it looks like it's, because when he takes it off, it's pretty believable that it's all just one piece.
So he's walking down the wall with all the Mary Jane pictures. I just wanted to see him like pull off one of the wall and just be like, save this for later.
No, I just wanted to be like, look at the wall and be like, fuck!
Gosh, you know how this movie dates itself as payphones.
I was about to say the same thing.
You're just like, hey, how's it going? I need to call you on this payphone in New York. It's like $50 a minute.
Yeah, wait, here, it gets even better how this movie's dated. You got her phone line, her landline, and it goes to the message.
You have the person walking around with a voicemail going on, something that doesn't happen today anymore.
No, I don't even check my voicemails. I just call a person right back and just wait until they call me back. Just like, hey, I'm so crazy last night.
Yeah. Hey, I was gonna be there, but then something came up.
Oh, that usher was a dick.
Yeah, that usher, someone needs to talk to him. And you're just like, dude, for real, just tell her who you are. Because Mary Jane is as close in your life as anyone else is going to be. So if someone's going to attack your family and friends, they're going to attack her anyway.
Well, that's the thing about most superheroes I don't understand. It's just like, they always do that struggle with like, oh, I can't tell the girl because of my powers. But I'm just like, you always make it seem like you're so close and so in love. And I understand there's a sacrifice of, you know, of like, oh, I don't want my enemies to find out.
Yeah. Also, I always love watching this scene and thinking the fact that it's just like he got disconnected from Mary Jane and now he's telling her that he's Spider-Man through the empty line. And I just think like the phone operator picks it up. What?
Click.
Oh.
And he just looks around. That person's like,
Oh.
I love the duct tape on his back. Struggles.
The struggle.
The struggle is real.
To be the most powerful person in that city is so
He's
real.
not the most powerful person in that city. I think Trump lives there.
Oh, God. He's the most intelligent, powerful person in that city.
Okay, fair enough.
No, but for real.
Uh,
He's being sad and emotional in there. Did you totally get that from his voice and expression of, I'm a sad puppy, please have mercy on me?
and I love here, too, how Harry just starts dressing like a straight douche compared to the first movie.
Yeah, like the first movie he was allowed to be an irresponsible little douche. Where now it's, well, I'm running the science division of my dad's company, and...
Which he was terrible at, remember?
Yeah. No, he was, and he's just like, I have to get Spider-Man too. I have to avenge my dad, yada, yada, yada.
Dope.
And so he's becoming a douche.
Yeah.
Which makes his turn in the third movie all the more confusing, really.
Well, it doesn't make it as awkward as in the third movie with the butler, so I guess we're okay then.
The worst butler ever.
Yeah, I loved him.
Yeah.
And I loved you. I was like, is he going to take his pants down?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I just love this part because what they do with the arms and how they explain it.
Yeah.
Of like how it connects, going into his back.
I don't know. I think it's just... This was a means to an end. And also all those people flinched for something they didn't see. Because he's not facing that crowd when the things are going into his spine.
Well, they know what's going in. No, he explained it before he went up there.
He explained it, but they reacted right when it went in, and they're just like...
Well,
like they saw it stab into his body.
Yeah, well, maybe they could see it, and there's a camera in the back that shows it, like, lining up, and you don't know.
Hey, guys, I know we're doing a presentation about making infinite energy, but can we get a zoom on my back real quick to show these people the pain that I'm going through?
Yes, because they need to see how it connects to his spine.
But no, it's funny though that like this is the reason he becomes Doc Ock, where they're just trying to make a means to an end of he has to become Doc Ock. How do we make him Doc Ock? Like we're they do the same thing in the Amazing Spider-Man where there's like this guy has to become a lizard. How do we make him into a lizard? The difference being that Dr. Connor's missing an arm kind of makes you want to regenerate it.
Well, with this, it's very comic booky. That's why I really appreciate this movie so much, because it's like, hey, there was an accident.
Yeah, you know what other movie is very comic booky and there's an accident? The Hulk.
Wait, which Hulk?
No, the Hulk. I guess it's just called Hulk.
Wait, what? I don't know what you're talking about.
A wanting to deny that something exists does not make it not exist. As much as I
don't even know what you're talking about anymore, but look at this great scene.
As much as I'd love to deny certain
Oh,
movies.
my goodness. So weird. I know there's an Incredible Hulk.
Yeah. Yeah. As you can tell, at least one of us isn't in denial. But...
Oh, look at your wife.
Look at your wife for one
is
final time of happiness before everything shits on you.
Then you can, what was that metal called?
Tritium?
Yeah, tritium. And... At least it's not a bad and Amazing Spider-Man 2 where it didn't start with dubstep sound.
Yeah.
When he's like doing Electro's like facing him. It's like,
Yeah.
doo, 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 doo,
I don't know. By that same right, though, I think that if Harry didn't make money on the science part, he could use those laser lights for a nice rave.
While he's getting all wasted because he knows everything ruined. You're gonna take the future, Happy. You're gonna take it.
Gosh. Which, if that's a tiny sun, like, shouldn't everybody in that room be considerably warmer?
That and why wouldn't anybody be behind glass?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
No,
you are showing literally the sun.
We've never had this done before, so for safety reasons, let's put something in between.
Right here?
Yeah.
Everything's about to get sucked in.
Which Peter's the only one that decides to look around. It's like, huh.
Oh, we missed the line. Got the...
The power of the sun in the palm of my hands.
I love that line so much.
I think it's better the second time around.
Oh, yeah. When he yeah. But, oh, where'd you go?
Pete, did you get sucked in there too? Crap, I lost a friend again.
Oh.
Like, it makes you think that maybe you shouldn't do an experiment with this kind of power in the middle of a major city?
For the first time. Like, this is the first time we're doing this experiment. You didn't do it beforehand to be like, oh, okay, it's safe.
Like, yeah.
I like this.
Oh, and then he gets saved.
Such a dick.
Doesn't change anything, just web his mouth shut right then and there.
That would have been a Spider-Man thing.
Yeah.
I would admit that. But I love this. Oh. Just how the brick breaks.
I feel like, Spider-Man, how hard were you thrown?
Oh, this is sad. This breaks my heart.
The disadvantages of being married to a supervillain.
Yep.
Or a potential supervillain.
And whoop. Look, I saved my... Oh, crap! Why did I do that for you?
Why did I do that? Why? Oh, God, I turned around and something terrible happened.
Ah!
Gosh. Spider-Man yanks that open so hard he just flies right into the sun.
Fun fact, that scene is done with, like, it's from a different angle.
So it's
So it's like standing on the floor.
It's Batman 1966.
Yeah. I love this suit so much.
The thing I don't like about the Tom Holland suit is that it's the robotic part, so it gives Peter none of the credit, really. At least not enough of the credit.
Well, that's why I don't like... I like his suit, but I don't like it because he didn't make it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I like the look of the suit. And I even like the look of his, like, dumbed down one. Like, his original one.
Oh, yeah,
that has,
because
like, the goggles.
that was the point. It was like, that's why I liked it so much, because it was like, he made it. Especially with the goggles and stuff like that. And
yeah.
Unlike the terrible Amazing Spider-Man.
Wait, real
suit.
quick.
What?
For being hit with thousands of shards of glass, she looks fine.
Oh, yeah. It was her throat. That's where it went.
Because the towel was not pulled down like half an inch well enough, I guess.
Yeah.
But no, with the suits though, like I don't think anyone can deny the Tom Holland one in the beginning, like that he has, looks like it could have been made by a high school kid.
Yeah.
It looks so simplistic in what it is. It seems like, a high school kid could have done that. But then you look at these ones and you're like, how did you do that in high school? Like, you're not a tailor, and even tailors in high school.
Cosplay before cosplay, man. Come on. Oh,
yeah.
Horror movie aspect.
Yeah. Which, I mean...
It's Sam Raimi. So
yeah.
This is why I appreciate this movie, too, because Sam Raimi puts his little twist on things. And...
Yeah, but here we get really into the face screaming.
Oh, I love it. I love it. It's like, she tilts her head.
He's fine.
Everyone's gonna die.
Oh gosh, the screaming Asian lady. She's so shrill.
Wait, it's coming up here shortly. One of my
in the face.
That sucks. Shocked. Right there. This.
Yeah.
Wait. Where's it at?
Jeez, it's about to happen.
I know. Right there. The nails.
I don't know. Her voice is about as bad.
Yeah. A lot of face shots. Just put the camera there. Put the
face
camera
shot,
there.
and every time a woman screams, she either has to run towards the camera or it shows her face, like, close up first.
Yeah.
Like, that's like giving, like, you saying that that's because it's Sam Raimi. That's like giving,
Right there's very Sam Raimi.
No. But that's like giving Michael Bay a free pass because something exploded.
First of all, sir, don't ever compare Michael Bay with Sam Raimi. Sam Raimi is a god.
I actually would kind of be interested to see a Michael Bay Spider-Man movie just to see how that goes.
Explosions! It's gonna be just like in Superman 2. Like, what? how did that house? Was there grenades in that house?
You store C4 in that house?
Oh, a Michael Bay Superman movie.
I mean, let's be honest. It probably would have ended similar to Zack Snyder's Man of Steel.
No, but maybe more explosions.
Yeah.
No, Vader.
He just walks out like that, just shoves the door. He's like, could have opened it, but I'm going to throw it open instead.
Yeah, very dramatic. I like this part, but he's like, no!
No, let's be honest, though. Let's be honest, though. What is with that taxi driver who's just like, driving down the road, there's a guy in the middle of the road, I'm just going to keep accelerating?
It's New York. They're assholes like that.
Yeah.
No offense, New York. We love you. Yeah. Villain shot.
Then he comes here in nothing but his the smock he was wearing from the hospital.
He just destroyed that place. Why would he go back in and be like, "Hey, by the way, where's my clothes?"
No. But just pointing out the fact that all he is wearing right now is a smock.
Okay, well, we'll get to that. Doctor loses his mind.
So in this list of names they give for him right here in this scene,
fun Easter egg.
There's a really weird Easter egg if you really think about it, because they talk about the different names. Dr. Ock, Science Squid, Doctor Strange, which they're like, hey, that's a good name, but it's taken. So, yeah. Doctor Strange exists in Spider-Man's universe.
Yes.
But why hasn't he done anything in that universe as far as interacting with Spider-Man? Like, think of how that would have been a really cool move for Sony to do if they had the rights to Doctor Strange, or at least acquired them, to have had that in the third Spider-Man movie.
What if in Avengers Infinity War, when the next one gets fixed in time, they bring this Spider-Man in and bye-bye Tom Holland?
No, not even that. What if just Doctor Strange enters this world for a minute to make it canon? Like
he walks in like, who the hell are you? I'm Spider-Man. No, you're not.
No, just walks into the office of J. Jonah Jameson, and he's just like, who are you? I'm Doctor Strange. I'm looking for Peter Parker.
Then he walks out again. He ends up in Gotham, and he sees Gordon.
The meme.
Oh, yeah.
The meme of laughing him.
Oh, you serious? God, he's so good.
God, no, it's and that fade.
Oh, I didn't understand that at all, because I was like, is it just because we're going to the water?
Yeah, I don't know either. It's just like wavy.
Did George Lucas cut that scene?
No. So
now it would have been more shapes.
Now we have him having kind of a blanket over him, like one of those sort of like shock victim blankets.
Yes.
Which, I mean, this is a neat little Jekyll and Hyde moment where he's talking to the.
This is where acting is acting.
Yeah, he's one of the few people in this movie that can act.
Stop it.
Yeah, his thoughts on concerning suicide in this moment, really foreshadowing.
Well, I really enjoy how the arms trick him in a sense, because they're like, he goes, the real crime
would be not completing.
Yeah, and I was just like, ooh, like that's the that's the true working of a villain.
Yeah,
like, you know, because I miss that with villains, though. You know what I mean? Like he has two sides. He goes, well, my wife just died.
Mm-hmm. My research almost killed a lot of people. Could have potentially ended the world. But yeah, but no, with what was I gonna say though? With this, he's got that nice little moment of that, but it also shows he's not really a villain. He's being manipulated by the claws, but Doc Ock himself is not a villain in this movie.
He's not the cartoonish Doc Ock we know from like the cartoons and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. No, he's just trying to do something good for the world, and he's being manipulated to do it in a wrong way. So honestly, the villains of this movie is an AI system in mechanical arms. Mm-hmm. Like, that is the closest thing to a villain that this movie has.
Yeah, but it works so well. And wait, why are you giving so much crap to his the blanket he has, or the robe?
No. But what I'm saying is, at this point in time, now all he's wearing is the smock and a robe.
Mm-hmm.
So that is all he's wearing at this point in time.
Or rob some bum.
He's gonna rob some bum, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. What's his face? Gosh, I always forget he's in this when we go to the bank scene.
I honestly couldn't tell you who that guy is.
Community. He's in. What was his name? Ow. I can't remember.
I also love that Aunt May's kicking his butt under the table. She's like constantly just giving him kicks and smacks.
Yeah.
I mean, there's another way this scene could have gone where she could have gotten the money.
Yeah. Oh, I like this part. At least get the toaster, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. This bank is so stingy that they won't even give him a toaster.
By the way, it's a really shitty toaster. We're still not going to give it to you.
Yeah.
These are recall toasters.
Yeah. That's how we got them.
Uh,
No. So now we pan back a little to see some gentleman in a trench coat and hat.
uh-huh.
How did he acquire those items?
Maybe he went to his house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
maybe
the
he went
cops
back to
wouldn't
his
be
apartment.
looking for the man who just destroyed.
Well, maybe he killed the police officer or whoever at his house.
Yeah. That's a neat little story they don't tell you.
Yeah, well, you don't need it. He just got a trench coat. What?
Mm-hmm.
You need background story for his trench coat, huh?
I
hat?
want background story for how you go from that to another story. Like,
Well, you got to think there's been some time in between this point and this point, and it's not like automatically the next day.
they don't make it seem like that.
Well,
They don't
that's
give
just
you
the way
any-
the movie's cut. That's how movies get cut sometimes.
I know, but you are stuck by the laws that the movie cuts to. If it is nighttime in one scene and daytime in the next, you are led to believe that only that day has passed.
No, I kind of got to fight that theory. Like the way I've always assumed it as, there's certain tays and certain cuts where I'm just like, okay, well, maybe it's been a couple days, so he can regroup himself and go get this trench coat, go get this look, and find
Yeah.
a way to hide his tentacles because he's still on the run.
But they literally just talked about robbing this bank, and now they're at robbing the bank. Like,
Yeah, but
there wasn't
it's
much
not like-
planning involved in this. If you notice, he literally just walks up and rips open the safe.
Yeah, but you got to think there's some planning in the robbing a bank. You just don't go in and start busting up the wait a minute.
I mean, evidently, if you have 4 mechanical hands, you do.
Well, yeah. Oh, I like that scene. Is it so? Just like boom.
It's also a
Boom.
little weird though that his powers seem dependent on his emotional state. Where if he's not, if
Like,
he's
don't
having,
make me angry.
Yeah, well, he's like having an existential crisis. He stops being Spider-Man, but there was no crisis there. There was just my aunt's in trouble, and this guy's robbing the bank we're in. I have my powers. Oh, I lost my powers. Like it never gives any consistency to him losing his powers. Unfortunately,
There it is when he's. Wait, what?
when in that bank scene, when he's not using his
Yes.
powers, why aren't his powers working?
Because he's trying to save Aunt May.
His powers aren't working because he's trying to save Aunt May?
No, he's trying to save Aunt May. That's why. Wait, whoa, no. The reason why he loses his powers.
Face scream.
Yeah, right into the camera. There you
Right
go.
into the
Sam
camera.
Raimi, I love you. I love the. He's so good as Doc Ock. Butterfingers.
That smug look on his face too. As
I
he
don't know
says
why,
that's
but that
pretty
reminds me of you. That is like something you would do. You'd be like, "Oops, Butterfingers."
But no, with there's our Stan Lee. But no, the reason his powers don't typically work is because something's occurring emotionally that makes him not want to be Spider-Man. But in that bank scene, he's saving his Aunt May. Like, why did his powers not work there?
Because he realized he needs to save Aunt May, and then when you get to the certain point, when we talk about it later, you'll understand. Then I'll school you.
But it didn't work though. Is the problem? But
Look at Free Fall.
look
You
at
know
all
the
that lovely CG from the '90s and early 2000s.
I don't know what your problem is. It looks good.
Yeah.
It still holds up to me. It's not as bad as like Superman 2.
The thing is, it looks good in fast motion. The moment you pause in the middle of a scene, you have rubber people.
I think it looks worse in the first movie. Especially when you get those up close shots of Spider-Man.
I would hope it looks worse in the first movie and they improve to the second.
Yeah.
That doesn't always
Well,
happen.
that's because they got money. Remember the first one was like, ooh, money.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Yeah. Is this the first time that Spider-Man does the trick where he, like, pulls himself back on something?
No, he did it in the first movie.
When did he do it in the first movie?
Remember when he had to get to the bridge? He went and he had to pull on those flagpoles, and all of a sudden he went. It made it all the way to the bridge.
Aunt May does the best thing she does in this entire movie right here. Slaps Alfred Molina upside the head.
Just the way she's falling.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and then it's just the two hot women. They're like, oh, if only he'd
Spider-Man.
cradle me like that.
Oh, Spider-Man. Oh.
And then you also, they're also blindly shooting at a building that has people in it.
The way they had their guns pulled, I was just...
And then he talks to Aunt May without even disguising his voice. The woman that raised him. You should be like, Peter?
No, right then and there, she should have been like, wait a minute.
No, but this is one of the key reasons I think that a lot of people know who Spider-Man is, and they just don't tell him that they know who he is. Because he literally talks like that to Aunt
Why?
May.
They're trying to make him feel special? Is that what you're thinking? They're trying to make, like, it's okay, Peter. We all know, but we'll just let you pretend.
We'll just let you have it. Just you can pretend that you're just your own little superhero in a leotard running around saving the day. Really, we paid Doc Ock.
Oh my god! I can't believe you.
No, like
you made this Spider-Man seems like a special needs person. You're just like, it's okay, baby. It's okay. We all know.
Well,
we all see you dress up and just go out. Drunk Harry.
Drunk Harry. Is there a movie without Drunk Harry in it? Is he drunk in the first one?
He was never drunk.
He was never drunk in the first. Oh yeah, they were too young. They were quote unquote too young.
They were too young, but you know,
Which
he did kill his father, so I can understand him becoming an alcoholic.
So we would say that Peter Parker is intelligent, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, brilliant. Let's say he graduated high school at 18. It's been 2 years since then. He should not be legal drinking age. Neither should Harry or Mary Jane that graduated the same year as him. So why are they being allowed to drink?
Well, he didn't drink.
No, but Harry did.
Yeah, well, Harry's a billionaire.
And you see him get a drink off of a thing later. Now,
well, that's because somebody walking by.
Yeah. But it just seems like it should be...
No one's asking for their IDs here. So
no, but it's something that for a PG-13 movie that's supposed to be about one of the most famous superheroes of all time...
not...
The moment you think about it, it goes wrong.
No, it's early 2000s. PG-13 was not as bad as it is now, to where they're like, we have to cover every base. Cigarettes and drinking.
Also, assuming that they're 20 years old. Yeah?
It's such a dick move. Like, he's like, like, oh, wow, you upgraded.
You really did. No, but it's kind of funny to think about that. Let's assume they're 20 years old.
Mm-hmm.
How old is the astronaut? Because I must say it takes more than 2 years out of high school to go to space and play on the moon.
I think he's probably in his early 30s.
So I think
she went for like a cougar.
Yeah.
The male cougar, because she's like, he's an astronaut.
Mm-hmm.
I love this right here just because I'm just like, wow, you're such a bitch.
So something I also wanted to bring up that I talked about last time we did POP-FLIX with Superman 2. The pacing on this movie is so much better than Superman 2's. Like, this movie actually has a pace where Superman 2 just, like, whatever, just jumps off and goes, nothing's happening, suddenly everything's happening. Mm-hmm. Where in this movie, it has a slow burn.
But it's a good slow burn. It's not as bad.
No, and that's fine.
I love the pace of this movie. Mm. I think it's just, maybe because, too, I've seen it a billion times, and I'm so used to it, to where But.
So she's whining and complaining to Peter about how everybody's went and gone and seen my play except for you. I am 20 years old in the head of a play, and you've not seen me yet, despite the fact that you work 2 separate jobs and live in a crappy little apartment and go to school. How dare you?
You know how it would be funny? She ended it. She goes, I know you have 2 jobs, you go to school, you gotta be Spider-Man. What?
Nothing. School. I said you have to go to school.
That would have been so messed up. He's like,
just
wait,
she says that, and just a random extra behind her just nudge her in the side. She's like, oh, I mean, yeah, it's cool. No Spider-Man.
Aunt May calls her at the next scene. Yeah. Like, hey, we're supposed to keep him special.
Yeah. Gosh.
It's okay, Tiger.
Yeah.
Drunk Harry again.
Drunk Harry again.
Man, look at that hair.
He went from unhappy Harry to dirty Harry.
Yeah, his eyes got really bloodshot too.
Yep.
I'm like, did he pound a bunch of them before she...
I'm actually thinking that maybe James Franco did before the scene.
James Franco's like...
I am so sick of this shit.
Slap. You're my brother.
Dude,
huh?
I would love if this was just technically originally a deleted scene. They're like, this was actually kind of improvised. James Franco came drunk to set one day, and we didn't know what to do with him.
I saw him in the background just...
Yeah. Yeah, this is the big dick move where she's like, Peter, you know, these people go and see my play. You haven't seen my play. And okay, now I'm going to marry some dude right in front of you.
Yeah.
To piss you off even more, you know.
See, but that's the problem. That's right here. Right here is the struggle of where he understands of like, well, I'm getting kind of fucked being Spider-Man. This is what plays into him losing his powers.
Yeah, but then we see that him...
Right, no, that was the key scene right there. You saw that his girl is getting away from him, and we have this right now where he's just like, you know, I'm going to cruise through New York.
Also, if my powers had stopped working recently, I wouldn't let go of the next shot until I had hold of the one after it. He's like, oh, I am just flying through the air.
He's so used to it now, though. That you can't fault him for that.
Yeah, but let's say you're driving and you get in a car accident. You don't just immediately go back to driving the car like you did before. You have some caution behind you because of what just happened. He literally fell off.
Maybe this is his first time.
No, this is the second time. You see him fall earlier in the movie.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? Maybe he's just not cautious because he's brilliant.
I love how we're using intelligence synonymously with stupidity.
I know, right?
It's like, you're smart, right?
You're smart. Yeah. Oh no. Goes iconically to the first scene when he climbs the wall.
Yeah, he's trying to copy it. And
I've always wondered the stunt double that did this. You know, when he went down, I felt like he actually really snapped his head into that dumpster.
And that's why we never hear about him anymore. Or never heard about him to begin with.
Like, he's dead. Don't worry.
He's dead, Jim.
Oh. I can't read?
So I've had a couple years of perfect vision, and now I can't see again.
Well, you wear glasses. Would that suck for you?
To have my vision back and then suddenly lose it? Yeah, a little bit.
You'd be like...
Although, I will be honest, if I was Spider-Man and I, figured out after a good little bit that it was permanent, I probably would have thrown away my glasses and been like, ha, I don't need these anymore.
The cigar. That's how you know he's a villain.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, the four mechanical hands each individually doing some work, I got to admit, that'd be a pretty fun way to get work done.
I like how he comes and sees the doctor, even though he's trying to keep his powers kind of wrapped up.
He's like, is there anything abnormal about me? No, you're normal.
Damn it! Like the deleted scene is Aunt May calling the doctor. Remember, you got to play along.
Yeah. Just let it go. Just let him keep thinking. Well, no, because here's the scene. This is another person that by the end of this conversation should know he's Spider-Man. Because he's just like, I have this friend, or I have this dream where I'm Spider-Man in the dream, and yada, yada, yada. And he goes, no, it wasn't even me, actually. It's a friend's dream. And you're like, how hard are you trying to just, like, deny it, you doof?
Well, he comes and sits by him like, look here, champ.
Look here, Tiger.
How do you know to call me Tiger? Well, Mary Jane told me the other day.
Mary Jane told me the other day.
What?
I was also informed to tell you that with great power comes great responsibility.
What is going on? I was there that day in the car.
It just shows like a backing up at the end of this movie and backing up and backing up. Turns out this entire thing is Truman Show style.
Oh my goodness.
All of them are just actors.
That seems Sam Raimi style too. Like that would have been so like, wow, we all got duped. It's okay. Oh.
Yeah, and then this stupid scene when he's back in the...
Hey, no. This scene is beautiful. Yeah. And it breaks my heart every time.
Because Peter Parker's being a little bitch.
He's not being a little bitch. He wants something for himself. He wants a life.
Yeah.
And look, Uncle Ben, he's telling him, he's just like, yo, man, I'm sorry.
He's just like, I can't be with Mary Jane, the girl I've liked since high school, who kissed me and openly let me be with her. But then I said no. And then, oh, I have all of these hardships in my life because I'm choosing to be a superhero. I don't want to be a superhero anymore. What are your hardships? I have trouble keeping a job down. Have you tried moving to a different city that's not as expensive as New York?
Well, New York needs Spider-Man.
Well, then
So
if he stops being Spider-Man, then why the hell is he even there?
Spider-Man is New York, and New York is Spider-Man. You must understand. Oh wait, right here, the handshake. He's like, "Come on, Peter, shake the goddamn hand." And he's like,
"Take my hand. Won't you take a pulse in his hand?" Are you ready?
Every time, I'm Spider-Man no more. And he's like, "Oh, don't break Uncle Ben's heart, you dick.
Yeah.
Why do this to me?"
So this sounds really odd, but on Tobey Maguire's right cheek, he's got like this little like hook-shaped scar.
Yeah.
Just my eye keeps getting drawn to it.
Well, it looks worse in the third one because he's getting older.
Yeah.
And okay, for comic book fanfare right here, you gotta admit this was pretty cool.
I'm gonna drop. Okay, so instead of saving this thing that probably took me hours and hours to make and just putting it away, I'm gonna toss it down the garbage.
Well, no, look.
The score is amazing.
This is the cover. This is a famous comic book cover right here.
I get that.
Yeah, but there was a point to it for fanfare. Are the eyes that disappeared?
Well, there was a really big, like a really long hold on those eyes.
Yeah, well, there was a point. It was saying goodbye. Now we got this great song.
Now we get somewhat douchebag Peter.
I say he's happy. He looks happy. And I like the trip. And then oops.
I can't see crap.
I will take this Peter over Dancing Peter in 3. So
you mean Saturday Night Fever strut Peter?
With a Saturday Night Strut emo Peter.
Yeah.
I like how he went straight dorky. Like Tobey Maguire, I applaud you. Like I love you so much. And whoop.
Not so smart. Gotta say.
Well,
like,
he's never fixed a bike.
Yes, he has. He did it in the second movie. Or the first movie. When he's in the apartment with Harry.
Did he?
Yeah. And then he sees this robbery going down and the police struggling with it, and he's just like, not my problem.
Didn't look like there was a hot dog in there.
Yeah, it looked like mostly bun.
Right? They gypped him. And he still went for it.
I mean, it's Peter Parker. Pretty much evidently, the Truman Show line is, hey, everybody shit on a guy with superpowers and see how long before he snaps.
Peter! He's like, whoa!
Whoa! You're a nerd!
Nerd! He walks by him right here, like, nerd.
So, I also like the nice little Easter egg that Dr. Connors is missing his arm in this. And then this freeze frame that lasts way too long.
Yeah. Look at that crowd, so intrigued. Oh, there's Peter.
There's Peter trying to emote more than he has half this movie.
Oh, look. Broadway actress.
Broadway actress, 2 years out of high school, and she just gets flustered by seeing one guy. Imagine if he'd shown up at earlier shows, and he'd shown up like all of the shows that he'd missed. Mm-hmm. Would she have just had to like stop being like performing? Would she have gotten kicked out? Because it'd be like, every time you look into the crowd and you see this one dude and it stops you.
See this nerd. Every time you see Pete.
That's why they hired Bruce Campbell. That's why they hired Bruce Campbell.
To keep him out. He's like,
nerd?
Nerd.
Keep him out.
Keep that nerd out. Oh, you're so great. You were so great.
No, in this scene, Peter's not wearing his glasses, even though she blatantly saw him in the theater wearing his glasses, because he hasn't worn glasses in years.
Oh my goodness.
Like,
yeah, he's got contacts in though.
No, he doesn't.
No.
At the end of the scene, you'll see. But no.
Wait, so we go this whole scene without glasses, then we get glasses at the end.
We get glasses at the end, but regardless, the guy with the eggs right behind him who's like, "I'm not an extra. I'm just walking back here."
He's like looking at the camera too. He's like, "Get that out of my face. Yeah. Get that out of my face."
Oh gosh, and then Peter's stupid talking about her getting married on a certain place because he's just so jealous.
No, he's not. He's a romantic.
Yeah.
Just because you came to my play, I'm just like, screw you, Mary Jane. At least he came.
Yeah, at least one of you guys.
Ah.
No wonder the astronaut and you don't end up together all the way.
Yeah. It's too late. I'm engaged now. Do you understand how engagement works?
Yeah, you fuck all the guys that are around you and then pretend like it's never happened when you get married. So what happens in Fantastic Four, right? Like the original, when they talk about the bachelorette party.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh, yeah, no, you had chick all around you. That's not nearly as bad as what I had.
Yeah.
No, punch me, I bleed.
Okay, I'll admit to you right there. That is pretty cheesy.
Well, that's also, think about it. The comparisons to this one to Superman's movie.
Yeah.
What happens the first time he loses his power? He gets punched and bleeds.
I like, too, how she just kind of shakes it off like, what? What are you talking about?
I also like she just snipes this car. This person's, like, getting out. And
I know, right?
Like, oh,
and this cab driver's like, oh, man, I'm going to go on lunch.
What? Okay, never mind. Girl, you going to get in the car? I can't wait forever. Dude, it's a New York taxi cab. Like, shouldn't he have yelled at her by now? Yep. See, look, he puts on the glasses.
I thought it was one of those bad edits where they took off the glasses and at the end he had them on. Okay.
No.
Where's pictures of Spider-Man?
I love how so much of this movie gets dedicated to Mary Jane Watson's wedding. Like, freaking J. Jonah Jameson's like in the middle of this conversation about the wedding and how he's so frugal about it.
Oh, Spider-Man suit. He found it.
See, when he reacts like that, like, there's no way that the other dude doesn't know that Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
Goes into that theory of yours.
No, for real. I feel like this might be a Truman-esque show sort of thing.
Fun fact about this with the scene, because it's in the extended edition. They show J. Jonah Jameson wearing that suit, playing on the desk, and he walks in like, "What are you doing?" He's like,
No,
I'm surprised that suit fits you.
Yeah, well, I mean, considering it fit a high school boy, like...
Okay, there you go. There's the look, and he's like, "Damn it, Peter."
Yeah, no. For real, like...
I gotta call Aunt May.
It's also really convenient how Spider-Man no more is his words, and yet the press uses the exact ones.
Yeah.
I see Peter coming in. Guys, I have a great headline. Spider-Man no more. Like, wow, that's
Peter even
good.
looks at it, he's like, "That's lazy writing." I just said that.
In heaven, Johnny Cash was looking down at it and going, "Well, that's just lame."
He's like, I'm good.
Oh no, I chose my own selfish means and people are getting the crap kicked out of them right in broad daylight.
What would you do?
Call the cops? You literally are watching a dude get his ass kicked.
You saw him using a payphone. Look how long it's going to take. So he's doing the logical reason of being like...
Just turn around and walk away.
Just turn around and walk away. It's New York. Because I have to get out change from my pocket, go find a payphone.
Okay, so then take off his sock, put the change in there, and just beat the villains with it.
Villains? They're not even villains. They're common street thugs.
They can still be villains. How do you know? You don't know who those are. That was Scorpion and the Vulture.
Oh, okay.
That's exactly who those guys were.
Villains. I was like, wait.
The guy they were beating up, Miles Morales.
Wow. You went deep on that. Wait, that was a white guy, though.
No, I don't think he was white. I don't think he was black either, but he wasn't white.
Yeah, he was a white guy.
I'm fairly certain he wasn't white. Either way. So this scene is one of those... Peter Parker is a dick. And this scene really emphasizes that point.
Oh, yeah.
Because he tells his aunt, "This is all my fault." And she's like, no, it's not. And then he details something that for 2 years he kept from this grieving widow.
She slaps him, too.
No, she doesn't. She might do that in the extended one. But no. She has what I feel is sort of the proper response.
Oh, no, she just gets up and she's just like, "I need to leave the room because I really fucking hate you right now."
Yeah, and then she slams the door upstairs. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Peter, here's another thing. Look at his face and see how he emotes. Actually, see that he doesn't emote. And watch Rosemary Harris's face and see how much concern and emphasis is on there. Like,
he's young. He doesn't have her age.
No, he doesn't have her skill either.
I don't... Tobey Maguire is one of those actors... I thought he was going to go places. Apparently not.
I mean, let's be honest. The person who got the most out of this series was James Franco.
True.
But it's even after the series, he went the complete opposite direction.
Well, he kind of. I don't know. He's every movie I watch him in, he's still James Franco.
He is. Oh, although I haven't seen Alien Covenant.
I pass.
Well, I haven't seen it. No, I'm saying I haven't seen it either. I hear he's in it for like 5 minutes. So
I heard the art of the disaster room. I saw that. That was good.
oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Maybe
Wait,
that's one that we should add to our list eventually. Is the room?
Yeah, that'll make us popular among all the college kids. That's all they talk about because they're so hip to it. I'm like, that movie's been around forever. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, that's what a cult classic is, though. If you think about it, like it's honestly to me, cult classic means that college students are watching it, and college students will always be watching it.
That's why I do not like Rocky Horror Picture Show at all. I don't like that movie because I saw it once. I was like, all right, I get it. But then how everyone makes a big deal about it.
So we'll also point out that while the scene is going on, we care so little about it that we're really just talking about whatever else.
I know, right?
Well, this is such a honestly, this is a useless scene.
Yeah, it's one of those things where
this is one of the,
it's worse in the extended cut.
Mm-hmm.
So
like there are a lot of drawn out scenes in movies that aren't really needed.
I think it's because Sam Raimi's like, I'm waiting for him to cry.
Peter, we ran over your dog. Cry.
Right. See? He's just like, come on, give me them tears.
Well, it's because when he actually is crying, he looks like a blubbering fish.
Like, between takes, they're like, wait, all right, come here.
Just slaps him. Nothing. Next scene, just maces him in the face. Still nothing. How?
The next thing you see him with the hand, and the next thing you see like these little things of what it does to your.
Yeah, he's just got like the burn marks across his eyes. So,
Doc Ock's, man, he's been busy.
He has been.
Man.
I don't get how you build this without anybody realizing it, though.
Well, it's in the harbor where that harbor looks like it's going into the sea. So
but,
I don't think anybody. I don't think cops are going to look at that and be like, "Should I go over there?" Nah, it's
but
sinking.
You think about it. You're like, this madman tried to build this weapon that almost killed a lot of people. We stopped it. What's the stuff that's disappearing?
I just want to know how he found a stable enough spot.
He probably reinforced it himself. Yay, underage drinking.
I don't.
And his butler, who's so
Creepy.
gay for his father.
So creepy and gay?
Yeah.
Oh. Are we allowed to say that?
What?
Creepy and gay?
I mean, they're not mutually exclusive. Like, he is creepy because of the way he walks and talks and acts. And he
loved your father.
He is gay because he really...
You.
I swear he had to have, what's the right word?
No, it's one of those ones where he was in love, but Norman never loved him. And, like, there was those weird, awkward moments where he grabbed his butt and he's like, "What are you doing?" "Nothing, sir. I thought you had a stitch."
Cleaning the firmware, sir. Cleaning the firmware.
"I saw a stitch on your ass and I had to pull." "But you used full cup."
Yes. I honestly, I thought that was metal. You are so firm, sir.
Describe the scene.
So Doc Ock just, for some reason, decided to grab some bourbon midair. You know, it's not safe to drink an octopus at the same time.
It's not at all, but look how badass he looks.
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm drunk now, too. I just took a sip of that."
It affects the arms. They start just, like, moving around
That
randomly.
would be the best. They drop him by
He
accident.
slips it. Oh. Okay, earlier
Movie
it was fake Butterfingers. This time it's real Butterfingers. So, it's also so weird that Harry knows that Peter knows Spider-Man. But never once, you know, especially with how much he hates Spider-Man, never once does he go, "Hey, I'm going to hire some guys to follow Peter around and figure out where Spider-Man is." Like, this is the first time he does that.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, right here, he's like, "Mary Jane."
No, Peter Parker.
Peter Parker?
He tells him Peter Parker.
Oh,
And
yeah, because
well, real quick though, his face though, Doc Ock, when he's like, "Parker," he's like, you can see on Alfred Molina's face, this is a lot of, like, convenience, isn't it?
Coincidence. Like his Butterfinger face.
Then he yells, "Don't hurt Peter." Do you know what the next immediate thing he's going to do to Peter is?
He's going to hurt Peter.
He's going to try to hurt Peter.
Oh, man, you remember how much of a dick he was in the third movie? When he took Mary Jane away?
Yeah.
And he's all...
I thought you were talking about Doc Ock for a second. Like, I don't think he makes it to the third movie
he's all
after
eating
this.
those cases off.
Yeah. hey, Peter, you're actually wearing an undershirt, not a Spider-Man thing. He's like, ah, damn it.
He's gonna walk away.
So, his powers aren't working anymore. Does that actually make him, like, not Spider-Man still? Because...
No, it makes him Spider-Man. Spider-Man's in the soul, in the heart of him.
Yeah.
See, because he still runs into a burning building. I personally would never run into a fucking burning building.
I mean, but... Not even if your Asian neighbor's child was stuck in there?
Oh, I hated her. She was too loud.
So...
Every time I saw this scene, it reminds me of in the first movie.
Yeah, yeah. Well, also, he grabs a doorknob in the middle of a burning building. Like, he is so stupid.
He's not stupid. He's a dork. See, look, he's like, oh,
He
wow.
tried to shoulder it, it didn't work. But he grabbed. Okay, so the first thing you never do in a fire is grab a metal doorknob.
But you know, I would do that.
You wouldn't go into the fire though.
Yeah, that's true.
You'd jump out the window first.
I'd be like, fuck you, kid.
You'd be like,
Hey, I made a hole in the window for you to fucking follow.
You jump out the window and just to cover your bases, you yell back, "You're adopted!" Just make sure the kid doesn't have any hard feelings.
You just hear the people in the crowd, Dick!
That's how she was made, but not mine.
Ah!
No, and then, oh gosh, so if he is being more heroic and that makes him Spider-Man again, why didn't he make this jump easy?
Well, that floor just gave out.
Yeah, but
he made
Spider-
it. Technically,
Spider-Man-
he made it.
Spider-Man could have jumped like 3 times. He just chucks the child
Into the fire.
Great heroics.
Just
Great heroics.
Oh god, I threw it way too far.
He's just like, he comes out to the parents with just a burnt blanket. She is really light, guys. Like, if you toss her, she just goes.
Do you know what would have been awesome in the scene? If like she just grabbed him and
Just grabs him and one hands him up. You just see her carrying Peter out of the building.
baby legs, pussy.
I'm not even 5 and I saved your ass, white boy.
White? We had to end it with the racist.
So it's funny though, because then they're gonna say that someone still died in this fire right here.
I know,
But,
just
like,
to be a dick though. Hey, by the way,
it's like great heroics. Someone pulls the guy aside. Yeah, that guy who just saved someone missed someone. You're like, why? Why do you say this besides to make?
I thought he was looking at Peter for a minute, like
you should have saved him, dude.
should have saved the old man. Fuck the kid.
That was my nephew, dude. Like,
Now look out the window and
Of your
contemplate
really-
of what you've done.
of your really crappy apartment that has tape in the window.
He has a better apartment than most of Flagstaff.
He
But it's probably cheaper than Flagstaff.
probably.
You want some cookies?
She popped open the door like, oh no, you're not naked. Never mind. I'll just knock
Damn it.
next time. And it's just, with how the house is, I'm sure that she's just like, nope,
Peter,
not naked.
Rent?
Not naked. Rent? I have special way for you to pay off rent.
Ooh, my dad will never find out.
I need you to become a Russian cosmonaut for a
I
moment.
never really understood the point of her. Especially for both movies. Like,
I think she's supposed to be like levity or some BS like that, but she's really not. Like, she is probably the second most useless character in the series of movies.
Yeah, because
First one being
it was
Mary
cute
Jane.
the first time around, and right here she's like, "Oh, thank you."
She also said chocolate cake. That was yellow cake with chocolate frosting.
Well, maybe she didn't understand.
Yeah. Gosh.
God. Oh, and by the way, here's a message.
Yeah. Yeah, I just went through all of this. Oh, right. You got a message.
I was
from-
really enjoying our time together, but here's a message, by the way.
I was going to hide this till after you took my pants off, but oh well, you get it before.
After the intercourse.
Well, it's after the pants come off. Do you have intercourse with the pants on? Because... Oh, so also, the most villainous act that has been occurred in this entire movie is what Aunt May has done to Peter.
Sold the house?
She didn't sell it. Well, yeah, she is getting rid of the house. and yeah. And you see a big shift in her here, too, where she's just like...
Well, she's had enough. She's like, now that the truth is there, now I can settle my differences with this house and understand I need to move forward.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I got from this. She was like, yeah, fuck it.
After Martin Sheen died, I'm all good. Oh wait, wrong Uncle Ben.
Wrong.
Ben.
I was gonna say, sir. I was gonna leave it in here.
No. Well, no. I
out.
realize it's Johnny Cash. I'm saying more like, at least both of them died for stupid reasons. I mean, granted, the third movie explains, Uncle Ben died because Sandman misfired a shot.
That was so stupid. I'm sorry.
Well, let's see. The Amazing Spider-Man. The thug is running down the street with his gun, drops his gun. He's not threatening anyone. He just stole the stuff. What does Martin Sheen's Uncle Ben do? He goes for the gun. Why?
No, this is the problem with that death of Uncle Ben was I was like, yeah, it's your fault. You were a little bitch and you closed the door as hard as you could and broke the window, which he has to replace, by the way, which he can't now because he's dead.
Yeah. No, well, okay. So here, most evil thing. Peter's just like, Aunt May, where are my comic books?
Oh, yeah.
So Aunt May's like, I got rid of those. Bitch. She holds it against him that Uncle Ben died, and this is how she showed it.
They're still sitting in the garage because she just said that. She's like, I'm going to get rich off these things.
No, she doesn't even care about the money. She's just going to light it on fire.
She's going to go take a squat on them first.
Every year Uncle Ben's passing comes around.
Oh,
she just
God.
takes one out and lights one on fire. Oh yeah, she's giving him this weird look about Spider-Man 2 where she's like, we don't see him anymore. We don't see him anymore.
Wink,
nudge,
wink.
nudge.
Wink,
we
wink.
don't see him.
I talked to J. Jonah Jameson. What?
Yeah, he said he has his costume, and the editor that works with him was also really concerned about you, Peter.
Hey, oh wait, no. They showed in Spider-Man No More that they had the costume. Never mind. Because I was thinking about, I was like, wait, how did you know the costume was there? But never mind.
Yeah. They show that they have it. Not that Peter would really read the Daily Bugle. How can he afford it? He has no jobs anymore.
Right. Well, I thought yeah, you're right. He wasn't taking pictures for anything.
Yeah. Well, he was trying to. Like the only
You would
thing.
think if he worked there, you got some in.
Yeah. He tried that in the beginning of this movie where he had really nice pictures, and J. Jonah Jameson's just like, crap. It's all crap.
I just want Spider-Man. That's all that sells. Do you understand how newspapers work?
Yeah, no.
It's a dying art.
For real, like he and in that extended scene where Jameson is wearing the costume, I swear that gives like this little fetishistic thing that Jameson has with Spider-Man, where he's just like, I want his web all over me.
Yeah, he's like, I am in the same suit where his balls were.
Yeah, you just I think it'd be funny in deleted scene, just standing there, holds it up to his nose,
smells it. Oh, like in Brokeback Mountain. He's like, I got his shirt.
Broke Spider Fountain.
Broke Spider Mountain. Tiger.
Like she's like laying it on so thick. She's like, people need heroes like Spider-Man. He's wondering where he's gone to.
He needs to quit being a dick.
He needs to man the fuck up.
The more we go into this movie, I love how it's more or less we're just tearing the scenes down together. But I love this.
So I could just go to a basic place where nobody's watching and try to jump, but no, I'm gonna go to the top of a 4-story building.
Because some white boy's trying to jump off the roof.
Man, did Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes teach us nothing that white men can't jump? And then the doves.
Yeah.
Like
that was a nice little touch.
Yeah.
He's like, all right.
And then it's funny because like the music is like it's building up to this crescendo, and you're like, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
No, that's what I like about it, that he doesn't make it, because it was like he still has some form of doubt until, you know, we'll get to that scene. But right here, he's like, I did it. I'm a.
Well, let's be honest though. He did make it a little bit farther than he probably should have.
Yeah.
Although this should also
he's
kill him.
He's not the Rock.
This should also kill him a lot.
Yeah, but he still has some of the power in him. Like it's gone, but it's still there. Because that should have killed him.
I am no longer Spider-Man. I am herniated disc man.
I am Christopher Reeve. Paralyzed.
So he and Superman's movie still have something else in common.
Oh yeah, I know your pain. I like this part when he touches the car.
Yeah.
That was a little fuck you to the universe. He's like, screw you.
This entire movie is a fuck you to from the universe to Peter Parker.
He's like, Just be Spider-Man, damn it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I almost forgot about MJ and her hot astronaut boyfriend.
Like his only lines in this movie?
Yeah.
No, I'm right, yeah. This is his only lines.
He has the ones over at the banquet when he talks about Miss Mary Jane Watson accepting his marriage.
I count this one because this is like actually him on screen.
Yeah.
Talking to Mary Jane.
And now she's just like, she wants to experiment and just like see if kissing him is like kissing Spider-Man.
You know, it'd be funny since he works for NASA. NASA, right?
Yeah.
He's like, wow, kiss like Peter Parker. What? Oh, we all know about him. It's all in the government files.
Actually, I had my lips surgically reconstructed to get as close to it as possible.
That's why.
See if you could tell the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. When we're doing a experiment.
I like how the scene's kind of reversed, and he's all like, "Wow,
Yeah.
that was magical. Are we gonna fuck? No, because I gotta think about."
He just grabs her by the shoulder and starts pulling her down, grabs her by the hip next, and she's like, "Okay, we're like this for right now."
And he's like, "That was incredible," and she's like, "Not for me."
If she'd gotten married, that would have been their entire marriage. That was incredible. Not for me.
I didn't get Spider-Man.
So, then she goes behind her fiance's back and meets with Peter, wanting him to kiss her.
With the best shirt of this movie, or dress, because it's clearly she has no bra.
Like, okay, but the way, like, with that beanie on, she definitely looks like a hippie.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's Kirsten Dunst's, like, thing.
Yeah, because in an interview with a vampire, she was totally a hippie.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
Can I have some more?
Can I have some more, please?
Oh.
You're my Kirsten Dunst.
Is it Kirsten or Kirsten?
Kirsten.
The movie. The Deadpool 2.
Oh, yeah.
Is it Kirsten or Kirsten?
Here, I give you a Deadpool line, and then I don't
Yeah,
get
you
the
can't even respond. So it's kind of hilarious how boring a Spider-Man movie is without Spider-Man in it.
It's not boring. I love all of this. I love especially what's coming up, and I love she's just like, just tell me, I just talked to your Aunt May.
Yeah, Aunt May just said she couldn't tell me, that you had to tell me, because if you tell me whatever the secret is, Harry the secret, and one other person, then the experiment ends. I don't know who the third person is yet, though. They didn't tell me.
He's coming. Don't worry. He's the Sandman.
Yeah, he's... oh, gosh. That's why when the Sandman figures out who Peter is, movie over.
Well, the thing here, too, is, like, she's clearly like, I want your dick.
Yeah, she's more like, you're the one guy who's ever rejected me when we were at that place.
Yeah.
You've earned my pussy.
Yeah, like, geez, right, her eyes are screaming it right now. She's like, just give me the dick. Here, right now, with the spider webs.
I mean, maybe it's Sam Raimi she's going for, and that's why she's in these movies.
She's not Megan Fox, so...
So she'd actually work with the director after sleeping with him?
Yes. And not call him a Nazi.
Yeah. Ay. It's one of those... As a teenager, I thought this scene was whatever, but, like, she literally is, like, grabbing his hand with her wedding band on it and telling another man to kiss her. Like, that's fucked up.
Nah, not really. She's still a doubt, though. Come on, she's like, I still have love, and... Whoa, Spidey senses back? What the fuck?
I think it's attached to his dick, let's be honest.
Oh, I love this scene so much.
Yeah.
This is probably one of the best action scenes.
But what was Doc Ock expecting to happen? If Peter hadn't dodged that, he'd have been dead. Like,
he talked to Aunt May.
Yeah. He's just like,
By the way, throw the card just at the right moment, because I think that's when he gets his spider powers back.
Yeah.
T-Rex moment.
Alfred Molina, once he grabs someone with the octopus arms. Oh. Once you go 8, you'll never go on another date.
Ah.
See, what happened to the shirt he was wearing earlier?
He got abs finally. He worked out.
Those are metal.
Well, he wants to show it off. Like, they're kind of abs.
They're flabs.
They're flabs. They're moobs. You're gonna suck my moob.
The glasses. I have trained for weeks to have this happen.
Hey, guys, we nailed it.
Woo! Woo, woo, woo!
We finally got the glasses.
And then this.
How do you
should have
not...
killed a man. I just...
Look, as a scientist, he's like, wait a minute.
Is he not dead? Oh, well, you're going with me. And then another Scream, the movie. Like, I like how she thinks screaming is going to help in the situation.
Yeah.
And then another face screaming. Like, for real.
You do not understand Sam Raimi then. Like,
I don't think he understands what entertaining screaming is.
That's the point.
He doesn't understand?
Yes. But it's brilliant. Right here. He's back.
My back. My back.
That made me so happy.
I mean,
like that was one of the part when I first saw this movie. It was like Spider-Man. Then he has the glasses. I was like, oh, he's got his powers.
Yeah, yes. but then he takes off glasses, and as someone who wears glasses,
on, then off, and he's like,
but as someone who wears glasses,
but look right here, brilliant.
He breaks them. That was probably like $200 worth of glasses. He is a poor college student.
You are missing the brilliance right now. Look at that face.
Yeah, because it's distracting that he sucks as a human being. Yeah. He's like, oh no, I don't have money for anything.
Magic grab you. And right here, the little.
When J. Jonah Jameson's finally having some regrets. And then he gets blamed, and he's like, "Yep,
yes, I know.
Where are Spider-Man's legs there?
I don't know. The boots. He has the boots on,
and he's just looking like, "Oh, hey, Peter." Like,
courtesy of your friendly neighborhood, I want Spider-Man.
So, did he take the time to write out that nice little note when he's in an emergency to get to MJ?
He was probably running there like this, like, okay, I gotta be.
That's really nice handwriting.
Right now, out of nowhere, he's back. I'm like, whoa, you printed it up fast.
Meet me at 3:00. What time is it? 2:00? Yeah, if you do it fast enough, you can make the 2:30 news. You mean the Daily Bugle will release a midday section?
Yes.
Huh?
Oh, right here. The fight.
Do you know what time it is? I have no idea.
It's octopus time.
So, I think it would have been a little more entertaining for a reason if, like, Doc Ock needed Spider-Man's blood for something in this. Like, he's getting him to get the thing for Harry. He really could have just killed Harry and taken the thing.
Yeah.
But if he really needed Spider-Man for something, then it would have been a lot more interesting in this fight. Because really all he's trying to do is take down Spider-Man.
Yeah. Well, he's trying to take down Doc Ock.
Yeah. Where's the spider sense there? My nipples! They're so sensitive in this.
Oh, the train. Yes. Wolverine shows up out of nowhere, just flies by.
Actually, the person that took out the Asian dude in the Wolverine movie was actually Doc Ock falling on the train.
Even though we're not in Japan.
Nope. But it seems like with how effective Spider-Man's web is against those things, he should be able to like stick him to the train real easy.
Yeah, but they're always thinking. They're like,
yeah, but he's stuck them before.
Cool. Oh, love that.
He murders someone halfway through because they're just walking in between at the time.
Oh, God.
What happened to my uncle's head? All I can tell you, kid, is with great power comes great responsibility. Bye! Hi, guys. How's your commute going?
They really capture, like, the comic book-esque of a fight here.
Yeah.
I love it. Like, that's why I'm not talking so much, because I'm like, oh, yeah, oh, that's cool, where he ducks, and there's his ass. And boom!
Spider ass, spider ass.
Can fart anytime, my spider.
I mean, if he was like a real spider, it should be coming out right above his butt.
I love this part. He shoots the web. He's like, oh, God. Bad idea. Bad idea.
How heat resistant does his suit have to be to not have just skidded off with that? Just like you see the back, it's just bare spider ass.
I love how his suit gets really jacked up in the scene.
Yeah, throughout. But he flying across the asphalt on a hot New York day, that doesn't do anything. Like, I love how he throws them one at a time.
Yeah.
Just chuck 2 of them, you could just solve Spider-Man's problems real quick. Also,
Well,
they're
there's
passing
some,
through...
there's some still humane part of Doc Ock in there. So
Yeah.
I think that's why it kind of like he does that. That's why he's like, I'll throw one. I know Spider-Man will save him because I'm still trying to fight these octopus arms in the back.
You know what's funny is, like, I know they're going through a station now, but just a couple seconds prior, they really did go through a station. And they didn't stop at that station.
Dick. You got a train to catch. I'm like, ha, nice oh, wait.
How is this a pun? Oh, I have to catch the train.
There we go. Hero shot.
Which,
Boom.
to this movie's credit over The Amazing Spider-Man, by this point in time, Peter had taken off his mask like 1,000 times, where this one's only taken it off like twice.
Yeah, well, there was a point to that for this.
Well, that's also true for the Tom Holland one, where his identity is supposed to be secret.
Yeah. Oh, I love this so much. I like when he's like, this is not working.
This was not a good idea.
And I like how the old guy has to be a smartass at the same time.
Got any more ideas?
I'm working on it.
How much damage do you think superheroes cause in these movies?
Well, that's why I thought the damage control that was brought in Homecoming was like brilliant. I already knew they were there in the comic books, but thank you. We have explanation now.
Mm-hmm.
There.
Well, I mean, you don't hear anything about like S.H.I.E.L.D. or anything to that effect in these movies.
No, not well. These movies are fairly new to that aspect.
Yeah.
Well, they're just being superheroes.
Yeah.
There's no real cause. That's why the MCU is so brilliant because they deal with that as the movies go.
They literally just rip the wall off of 2 houses, and you're just like, they'll be fine.
Oh, they'll be fine.
Like,
who's paying for that? Not me.
Not me.
Right here. Boom, 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 boom. Skeet, skeet, skeet.
That is Spider-Man on a Friday night.
Right? He's just like,
See?
Oh, right here's cool when the...
Man, he is ripped.
God.
And now it is time for Constipation Face.
Yeah, he's like, my arms! They're slowing down.
Thanks, Captain Obvious. Like, some things that actors get paid to say, especially extras in movies, just the stupidest thing. Although, there is a cameo up here that I really do enjoy. I don't think he's credited for it, but to the right, when he stops pulling the train and it pans out, you get to see someone who, if you're a big fan of voice acting or the voice acting community, you'll recognize him. Oh. It's the guy who reaches and touches him from the right side of the screen. That is Phil Lamar.
Yeah, I know. I did not realize that. Oh, crap. All right. Because I was so focused on this. Like, I love... This is beautiful. This is like New York, like, embracing, like, hey, man, we got you.
Hey, we got the new Jesus in town.
Yeah. He's our Jesus, but wake up.
I love if you just do the one part of people just don't care, just let him fall. I'm from out of town.
Yeah. I hate New York.
I hate New York every time I come.
Patriots just lost to the Jets. I'm going.
I came here like a year and a half ago, and then my friends got hit by some pumpkin bomb or something. This time, I'm on a runaway train.
I'm moving.
Who lives here?
Who does this?
Gosh.
Yeah, right here they're like, hey, man, it's okay. I got you. Yeah, he's like,
I'm not wearing a mask. If only my mask was sewn onto my...
Well, at least he's, right here. I think this is so cute. The kids. Well, of course, this guy right here. And the kids are like, hey, man.
We got your mask that you threw off the end of a runaway train.
I caught it midair.
Caught it. I threw my little brother out. We had 3 originally. Now we're down to 2.
Aww.
So stupid, though.
I love this.
Those kids shouldn't have been able to get that mask.
Yeah, they got it. Just let it go. We need this moment. Look at him. He's like, thanks, New York.
He's like, man, this is the reason I'm Spider-Man, which makes why I quit all the more bitch of a reason.
Yeah.
Man, I was a dick this movie.
Well, now he knows. He learned his lesson.
And look at all the fire damage that was done to his mask that made him take it off.
It was burning, and he took it off, and then it just
magically went out.
Yes. Do you not understand movies?
I don't understand fire, evidently. Or maybe Sam Raimi doesn't. I don't know.
It's my. You gotta go through us.
We're gonna be the most New Yorker we can be. You gotta go through him to get to me to get to you. Well, what? We're trying to confuse you with our pronouns.
Yeah, I like how this guy's like, yeah, what he said. Boom. Baby's
And then
gone.
that one dude who just gets chucked out.
Spider-Man's like, hey.
Extras, you've done your job for this movie.
Thank you.
Take your $20 for the day and go home.
No more speaking lines for you.
Yeah. And Spider-Man just goes out like a bitch. Also, no.
He just saved the trade. Like,
But also,
all his
no.
strength
He
is
still
gone.
had no line on his freaking uniform for his mask. Also, where did Doc Ock get the barbed wire from?
He stopped at the hardware store, Doug.
It just.
I'll be FLIX. God. You see how frustrating you made me? Where did he get the barbed wire from? He's like, hey, by the way, I got a receipt from Home Depot.
I need the tritium plus 750. If you could validate my parking too.
By the way, everyone saw my face at the train station, so I dropped your name.
Yeah, it was. Norman Osborn, his son, little dude. Yeah, that's.
Oscorp, they got you.
Yeah.
Okay? That's the moral side of him that came out for a split second.
It's like, they're helping me destroy the city, but first I need some barbed wire.
Hey, New Yorker, where's Home Depot on the way over?
I ain't telling you. Holds him over the edge. Okay. It's down the block.
But it's not Home Depot. How dare you?
It's Home Depot, man. We don't pronounce the H's here.
Oh.
See, no, best thing that could have happened here. Peter should be like, dude, Doc Ock just grabbed me and put me in the Spider-Man suit. Help me!
Is that what you would have done?
I would have done that. This is how.
That doesn't help right there.
No, but then you get Harry to help you out of that. Like Peter, for being smart, he's so stupid.
No, come on. Look, he's thinking about Mary Jane, though, because remember, Doc Ock still has Mary Jane.
Yeah, and he could have been like, hey, he stole Mary Jane and your father killed himself. So can you help me get Mary Jane? Like. Nah, for real though. Like,
he's like, what did
Peter's,
you do?
Yeah. You just handed someone the nuclear football. Can we blame you? You killed my dad. Just a second. Hey, cops. I'm at Harry Osborn's house. He
Apparently
he just
gave
gave
a nuclear warhead weapon times 10 to that Doc Ock guy. You know that guy.
Yeah, the guy that just almost destroyed the city before. Yeah, he's got like 10 times the amount that he had before at least, and he's going to use it again. So, get your ass over here and arrest him.
I like how Harry tells him where they're at, and
how did Harry know where they were?
that's what I was going to bring up. How did he know where he was at? And two, how come he didn't go there? Because I know he supposedly are best friends with Mary Jane.
It means working with Spider-Man. I'll let my friend die.
He's like, fuck that dude.
Yeah.
And her for even being saved by him.
How did he get here so fast?
He swings, man.
How? They're in the middle of a lake.
Hey, don't defy spider gravity, spider web's ability.
Jeez.
That's why I do like the idea in Spider-Man: Homecoming. When he's running and he's like, web, I'm swinging, and then he gets to the park.
Yeah,
he's like, oh, crap.
Nothing.
Run!
Yeah. No, but with Spider-Man, he can just shoot his web up anywhere and it touches the sky. And it just grabs on the clouds and he swings. Bye, Spider-Man!
And shoot and score!
So is Spider-Man immune to glass? Because that probably should have cut him up a bit, too.
He was just covered in barbed wire, man.
Yeah, and he's beating the crud.
Out of an old man. Oh, it's unstabilizing. Who would have thought?
What? The same mistake is occurring again with no difference?
And I made it bigger this time, though.
I increased the size. Doesn't that fix the math? No.
I don't know what science school you went to.
the MC Science School, Marvel Comics.
No, I think he went to Northern Arizona University. Yes, make things bigger because that clearly make it easy. Ah, that must have hurt.
Hey, that wood was a really effective weapon. I'm just gonna throw it away.
Ooh, that's like a bad bump on his head.
Yeah.
He picks him up and his head's like just swirling like it's broken.
Oh, I guess I should call you Gwen Stacy then.
Oh, wow. You had to hit low, didn't you?
Yeah. So, I know that these are supposed to be for...
sucker!
I know these are supposed to be for this science experiment right here.
Yeah.
Why do you need the blade to be able to pop out of them? Like, what scientific... Oh, the sun's coming out. Stab, 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 stab.
Yeah. Well, he's a villain. He needs something stabby. And Spider-Man's like, well, shit.
Maybe if we had giant octopus arms, we could stabilize this.
Science, I unplugged.
The ITs were wrong. You can't turn it on and off again.
And there goes that. You know what? New York's probably happy because they're like, man, we've been like trying to figure out how to spend the taxpayers' dollars to get rid of this. Oh, look, it's disintegrating itself.
Yeah, not even just that. It's getting rid of all the garbage in New York City, also known as New Yorkers.
You know, one day we'll never go to New York because it'll be like, you guys.
No, it'd be, hey, you guys.
Hey, you guys. Talk about Home Depot.
You talk about a Home Depot like you want to?
No, we talked about Home Depot. I said Home
Depot. You make fun of Spider-Man even though no Spider-Man's ever had a Brooklyn accent.
True. Right here, where he's like, hey, whoa, hey, you're Spider-Man? Dude, what did I do? Oh, shit.
Talented but lazy. This is the time to bring that up.
Yes. He's like, no. And grab.
Trust me, you're not doing yourself any favors. I like to be choked.
He just starts petting the octopus hard.
He's like, oh, harder.
What?
Make me call you Vader.
Whoa. He's like, oh shit, okay. Well,
Which, if he really wanted to kill Peter here, grab him by the throat and then have the blade part come out of his thing.
That's exactly what maybe some of the other one. Maybe it's only a limited one because he didn't have enough supplies.
So, in case things go wrong, I have one stabby arm.
I have one stabby arm, so we're all good. Yeah, see right there. He's giving him some advice. He's like, homie, your wife's dead.
The thing you wanted the most, go to the morgue. Necrophilia, it's illegal, but I won't say anything.
I'll keep it low, man.
As long as you do the same.
I like to. Well, it's coming up. We'll talk about it when it comes up. But right here, he's like, hey, what you guys do to me? What'd you put in my drink?
I also like how his claws are velociraptors.
Yeah. I just wanted to see that. There's no way to stop it.
How do you stop it? Run as far away as you can.
I don't remember building it in the first place.
He's about to go pull it down, and like as he's drowning in the water, Peter's just like, "Oh, hey, an off button." Clicks it, and it just turns off.
And Doc's like,
"No!" And it's like, "Oh, that was a lot more simple." Hey, Dr. Octave. Oh.
Hey, where you at? Hey, he's got the trench coat back.
Okay.
Look, he's walking like Jesus. He says, I will stop this. Great graphics.
Not so great graphics on that side. Like, Molina in front of the fire, that's fine. Peter behind the rest of it is just like...
Well, you can tell the big green screen.
Mm-hmm.
Hey!
Oh my god, Aunt May told me like 12 times and I just didn't believe her. That doctor I went to said the same thing.
I like this part too because... He's like, oh, cool, finally. You know what? Finally, it's... Oh, shit, there's something coming down on you.
And then another fart face from Tobey Maguire.
Not a fart face, it's an emotional face.
Yeah.
You make fart faces.
Yes, when I fart. Which I think would put on par with his scream faces.
We'll test that someday. I'm like, fart on command. If you... Hey, By the way, this is really fucking heavy.
Yeah. Do you want to move? I have a piece of timber on my stomach. Oh no. How sad for you. You have a piece of wood just in your lap. Give me 20 minutes in the world being saved and I'll give you the same thing.
I am having lead poisoning right now in my back. I like this. This is what I was gonna bring up earlier, but I wanted to wait until now. His idea is just like, just put it in the water. Oh, so wait.
We have to drown it.
We have to drown it.
If it's the heat of the sun, wouldn't that just heat the lake?
Yeah, wouldn't that, like, you just see at the end, like, he's like, I did it. We saved New York. And then they, like, cut to the bay and
It's
all the
just
fish.
dry. You know, it's just dry. There's not even any fish. It's just the ground.
Well,
with a little sun sitting in the middle.
Well, it shows you when something's on fire, I guess put it in the water.
Yeah. And Peter can't get any form of
A break?
a break. It's just like, oh.
Wait, right here. Where's he go? Jumps.
It's like,
Oh.
There was a helicopter that no one saw.
Aha! It was Batman.
Yeah. Yep. And now there's just going to be a sun at the bottom of New York for all eternity.
Wait, it's gonna flicker out though. See? See? Water solves everything.
You know what happens when a sun goes out?
Yeah.
A black hole. Just, we really messed up the world, huh? Why did he put the web out like that?
So he could do that.
Hey, I really need a spidery scene to make me seem spidery, because the costume and everything else I've done.
Maybe
has not
that's
led
the
to
way.
that.
Like he learned how to shoot. Like one load, and it went. Like it looked like a spider web.
Mary Jane, your gynecologist has some words for you. You have a
Like-
spider web shaped dome inside your vagina.
I like how they're touching it, and it's like not really sticky. It's just
It
like,
doesn't even. The freaking way it looks is so stupid up close.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. It,
It
looks like a
looks-
spider web.
No, it looks like someone took a glue gun and put it over wire.
Well, that's why a spider web always looked to me.
Eh. When he fires it though, just rapidly, it just looks like it's a his translucent web. But when it's up close, you just pretty much see that it's like a wire. With someone was just like, let's put some hot glue on there.
Where she was looking down and the cops were coming, he's just like looking at her boobs because you could tell, hey, she has no bra.
Yeah.
And she comes back, she's
Bit of
like,
a chilly night today. Hey, Mary Jane. Just literally coming out of his wrist as he's doing that. Like, could you imagine the feel that would have?
No, they don't show his face. They're just motherfucker. Okay, go,
Like-
let go.
Like, I can shoot it, but you just yank it like that. It's so sensitive.
Yeah, because look, she's going a long way. Oh, I feel bad for this dude because he's like, oh, babe, you're okay. She's like, I am so in love with that other guy.
I just...
Look at the face of regret too. He's like, I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna come up there. We're gonna have the happy ending. And like, nope.
I'm going to jump. We're going to come up there. I mean, I'm going to come up there. I mean, I will be up there.
Look at that. She has to look. And he's just like,
There's just a cop sitting down there. Later, Peter. And then he also got the mask back that was inside the self-destructing place.
you didn't see him tuck it in his shirt?
He didn't tuck
Yes,
it
he
in-
tucked it into the suit. You didn't see it. There's a little compartment, okay?
It's where his balls should be, but they're not.
Wow. We just keep on hitting, huh? Look, I'm holding this knife.
This is the setup for the sequel that never should have been.
Well, if the studio didn't get involved, it could have been a better sequel.
Yeah.
Because they're like, well, we need Venom. What? We didn't even build the Venom in this movie.
Yeah.
We need Sandman too. Wait, what? Oh, we need you to completely wrap it around to why Uncle Ben's dead.
Yeah. Although I do love how what's the name of this actor?
David Franco?
No. The guy who plays Norman Osborn. His laugh. I love that laugh.
Mm-hmm. God, what? William Dafoe.
Yeah, Willem Dafoe.
William Dafoe. Everyone says he needs to be the Joker.
I wouldn't too disagree with that, especially if it's Ben Affleck's Batman. But like, if you had a younger Batman, you'd need a younger Joker.
Yeah.
This whole Joaquin Phoenix thing, we'll see how it goes.
Well, we'll definitely see how it goes because as long as we do this, we're definitely going to see everything.
Yeah.
Dad, you suck.
Dad, it was Peter. Yeah.
Me. I like how evil he gets though, because he's talking and it's like, it was me all along.
I was the Green Goblin. I almost killed you and your girlfriend. I apologize.
I was.
Yeah,
Wow, when I was drunk and throwing my glass at walls before, why did I throw it out the window? The mirror.
He just walks in there. It's like, oh, it's just a back room. Okay, just like immediately stands there, turns around, walks out.
Well, I remember like the first time I saw this, I was like, oh, it's just, dude, it's just, why are you going? It looks like a basement. I would have turned around like immediately.
No, it's like it looks like an attic, honestly. Like,
and
he's like, he bumps one of those falls off. Oh god!
I still like in the third one when Peter's a freaking asshole. He just like throws it back to him. He's like, "Badoosh, I'm deformed."
Yeah. Now his face matches his acting.
Wow.
It is neat though that they in this movie set up this series of things to occur. Although they don't set up the new glider.
Yeah, but I like the mask there and everything like that.
But they set up this thing to happen so that in the beginning of the next movie, when you almost immediately start with him pumping himself with the goblin stuff.
Much rather it be cocaine.
I mean, let's be honest, that did probably power Willem Dafoe, and it does now currently power James Franco.
I didn't need the fin in my head cocaine.
I wonder who that lady is, because I don't think it's Mary Jane Watson's mom.
No, her mom's dead.
I don't think her mom's dead.
To her.
I mean, yeah.
Oh.
Well, her mom was sick.
They never show her parents in these movies.
No, well, you hear about them.
Yeah,
and you hear them.
People.
Well, you hear them in the first movie.
Yeah. Look, Franco's like, haha.
He's got a green tie on, too, if you didn't notice.
I know. I notice these things.
Well, you're not the only one that's probably listening to this. I also love how J. Jonah Jameson has two photographers there, but he didn't, order Peter to be there.
Because he's just like, fuck that kid.
Yeah, he didn't capture the immediate moment where my son proposed to that Broadway person.
One of my favorite parts is coming up here.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Just because it's so J. Jonah Jameson.
It's also the correct response to the situation, in my opinion.
I would have done the same thing. Would you have as the father?
Oh, hell yeah.
You'd be like, hey.
Call the caterer. Tell her not to open the caviar. And then the mom's just like, what is wrong with you?
Hey, do you know how much that caviar?
And more doves.
More doves. Run!
That fountain.
Run!
That fountain is a metaphor for what's going to happen later.
I remember being so happy when she left. I was like, she left the dude.
It'd be the funniest thing. She arrives at the door. I'm still pissed at you.
Oh, he's screwing the other girl.
he's in the middle of banging the Russian chick.
He's all, you want your rent? You'll get your rent.
And this is why you don't fix the door. Spider splooge goes wherever a spider splooge does.
Wait, this is the first time she calls him Tiger too, right?
No, she does it in the first movie.
Yeah. Well, I think it's more iconic in this one because he's like, police scanner.
She's just probably like, you have a problem.
You have a problem. He has to go be Spider-Man.
Hey, Peter, just so you know, the place I lived in, this was the size of the entrance hall.
Yeah.
If I'm living with you, we're moving in somewhere else.
But she already has an apartment. Why didn't they just go there?
Yeah, I know.
Wait, they weren't even living together in the third one.
Nope. He's still living in this cruddy place.
Yeah.
And she's just coming and visiting him, and you're like, wait, she knows your secret identity. She's
like, you guys should be much more committed now.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, maybe later he'll slap you.
Hey, by the way, you're Spider-Man, I understand, but we need our separate spaces.
Yeah. But if I do ever catch you banging that Russian chick again, I'm going to slice off your dick. Lorena Bobbitt, bitch.
You should try her cake first before you say that. It was delicious.
Please tell me you're talking about a cake she baked in the oven.
No, literally, she made an awesome cake. You should try the cookies, too.
I feel like these sweets are a euphemism for sex. No, just stay here and try them, and you'll want to fuck her, too.
Yes.
Plus, it saves me $200 a month on rent.
I know, right? He's like, I'm still struggling in the third movie, and you wouldn't let me move in.
Mary Jane, you have all yourself to blame for these things happening. And let's be honest, unless it was world-ending implications...
Tiger, right there.
Yeah.
Boom. I love it.
But for me, unless it was world-ending implications, this time I would just go over to the radio and just turn it off for a second.
But he's Spider-Man. He can't do that.
He did it earlier in the movie.
Yeah, because he was being a dick, but now he knows.
Yeah,
New York needs him.
And now he can use his dick. He should take the advantage.
No, the CD comes first before pussy. Remember that.
Is that not literally the exact opposite of the beginning of this movie?
He found his way.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh, hero shot.
I always think about the actor doing green screen for this.
Like, look. Looks like they didn't finish that green screen over there.
Oh, jeez.
I like in the first one, right here. I have a little bit of doubt now.
What have I gotten myself into?
Shit. There was caviar, too.
There was caviar and astronaut dick. God damn it.
He wasn't even that great.
He wasn't that great of a kisser. Maybe that wasn't the part of his body that got her attracted to him.
All right. So, credits are on. My good sir. That was fun.
That was entertaining. I don't know.
Man dodging debris, Stanley.
Yeah. Pizza heist witness.
I'm like, we didn't need to know any of these people.
Train passengers. That was nice.
I would have just put extras and just put everyone's name. You could be like, yeah.
They do that in some movies.
I know they do in some movies.
They don't even list it on the stunt doubles until later on, normally. Or it's just
it's a good soundtrack. Do you remember the soundtrack?
The only song I remember... Oh, no, that was the first one, actually.
There was a Sum 41 song in the first one.
No, it was a Nickelback song in the first one.
Yeah, Be Your Hero, but there was a Sum 41 song in the first soundtrack.
Yeah.
I had all three. Third one was whack.
It was funny. There's a lot of movies out there, and superhero movies especially, that have very, very long ending credits. And it's become amazing how, you look back a long time ago, look back at the original Superman movie, and the second one that we watched not so long ago. The trailer, or the credits weren't that long.
No, they weren't.
The opening credits actually lasted...
Unlike Avengers Infinity War, remember? You're
yeah.
Like, oh my god.
No. Well, and it's... There's just so many people that it takes to make a movie at this point in time. Standing for Mrs. Dunst. Kristen Hawley.
Standing for Mr. McGuire. Mr. McGuire. He was that much of a dick.
Well, that was Mrs. Dunst. But I feel like the stand-in probably did most of the work.
Yeah, well, a lot of them do. Like, people don't give more credit to, like, stunt doubles and stuff like that. But now that we've seen it, now that we've watched it, what would you rate it?
2 out of 5.
Wow, really? 2 out of 5?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it deserves a much better rating than that, my good sir.
Between the cardboard acting of the main three, the very dated CGI at this point in time, and the terrible message that it sends about being a hero is...
No, it doesn't. There's no terrible message.
No.
When you doubt yourself, you understand that you have to come back to what you it all comes back full circle. That was the point.
He literally stops being Spider-Man because he has, 3 bad days.
Hey, I would. Where I work, I have 3 bad days. I want to quit being a good person, too.
Yeah, but you're not the paragon of virtue for a city like New York.
How do you know?
Because we make fun of New Yorkers all the time and you wouldn't be let allowed back in.
Yeah, you officially got us kicked out of New York, sir. I rate it 5 out of 5. Just like the last movie, 5 out of 5, man. This is one of my favorites, and it's really hard to taint for me. I'll sit here and bag on things all day, but at the end of it, I'm just like, I'm satisfied.
See, and to me, the reason I rate it as low as I do is honestly because, the same reason you rate it as high as you do. People let a nostalgic aspect or just something they think is cool blind them to all the little parts of a movie that aren't done well, and that's how a lot of people make movies nowadays. They just go, well, as long as the climax is great and people are leaving excited, it's, they're going to overlook everything.
Don't get me wrong, there is movies where I'm excited, but then I'm like, well, that sucked. Like, when we get to it down the road, Last Jedi, I got out of that movie. I was like, huh, I have a little bit of a Star Wars high. And then it was like, it went away immediately.
There's a song on this called Suicide Polka.
That's my song.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey. But,
Well,
thank you, Sam Raimi, for such a beautiful 2004 Columbia Pictures Industry Inc. film.
well, it has been fun. Next time, though, I will be tackling Terminator 2 with some other individuals. Pop is going to be a little preoccupied.
God bless their soul.
Yeah, well,
I'm just gonna hear the mic stand and being like, "You son of a bitch! Terminator 2 is the greatest movie of all time."
I don't know, because honestly...
That one I would definitely be like, "It's good," but you know.
Well, and I at this point in time, unless scheduling changes, the people I intend to see it with are actually going to be some high school students.
Oy.
Or not high school students, college students.
Oy. Either or, it's the same thing.
Sort of. I'm a little old to be hanging out with or high school students. But
yeah, now you're admitting it on the phone. You're like, "Oh wait, I gotta change my wording on that."
But either way, I'll be tackling it, and I'm going to be changing the title to it a little bit, and you'll see that next time. It's actually going to be titled Flicks and Friends. So this will be episode 2, right here that we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Still POP-FLIX, and it'll still go over the overarching series of POP-FLIX. But when I do these with other people besides Pops, we're going to call them Flicks and Friends.
And when I get the chance to sit down with somebody else besides Mr. Flicks here, what do we call it?
I believe we came up with Pops and Pals.
Yeah, that was really cute.
As you can see, we're a bit of a sucking on the cock of alliteration, if you would.
Indeed.
So,
well, thank you, good sir, for having me.
it was very fun spending time with you. I don't necessarily know about the movie, but
it was great. It was a great movie, and it was great seeing it with you.
until next time, I'm Flix,
And I'm Pop.
and you've just enjoyed POP-FLIX. Have a good night.
Love you.